Happy Tuesday, Twitch, and welcome to the Global Gang Podcast. I am Alec Hunter, your host, along with Trevor Isengard and Taiser Daisetsu. How you guys doing today?
You're doing great, man.
What's up, my dudes? Doing great.
And our special guest today is ProperArtist. He is an art streamer, as you guys can see on your screen right now. Words are hard. But occasionally he does do Dokkan, so he qualifies for being on the show. But really, this is completely selfish for me because I literally would not be streaming on Twitch if it wasn't for this man. He convinced me to come back. So I had streamed for a while, I lost my account. You guys all know that sad story. And when I came back to playing Dokkan, I was like, man, maybe I'll come back to Twitch, maybe I won't. And Prop talked me into it. Prop and a few other people, but mostly it was Prop. So this is really kind of me paying back the man who brought me back. So, Prop, how the hell you doing, man?
I'm good, fam. He really put me on the spot like that, though.
He's so blushing in his stream. Look
Yeah.
at that.
He really put me on the spot like that. I'm good, though, fam. Just putting in that work. Honestly, like I told you before, I'm happy your stream is booming and you've done a whole lot more with it than you were originally.
Yeah, it's
awesome,
gone somewhere completely different than where I thought it was going to go. But you guys, you can find Prop here on Twitch. We've got his stream up right now. This is live footage of the man working. He's doing a commission.
Yeah, normally I do nerdy stuff, like super realistic nerdy stuff, but right now I'm doing a specific commission.
I think I need to turn you up just a little bit more there, Prop. 1 second. The whole point of having a sound check if I don't actually check the sound, right?
Yeah, we got too deep into our own discussion.
Well, no, I was working on it.
I'll pull
I think
the
my
mic a little bit closer.
I'm thinking my music is just a little too loud. I might have to turn that down a hair.
Man, I didn't turn my music off because I felt like it was drowning other people out in my own ear.
All right, there we go. So, moving back on with what we're doing here. So whenever we bring in a new guest, we do like to ask them a set of questions. It's the same questions for every guest. So I mean, if you've seen the show before, you know what you're in for here. First and foremost, how and when did you get into Dokkan Battle?
I've been playing Dokkan Battle since the Tech Vegito base form banner dropped. That had the physical Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku in it. That was also featured, and I remember pulling him a bunch of times, and at the time I didn't understand that was like getting an SSR was super rare. So I got like a bunch of them, and ended up getting into the game because of Rom. I think Rom ended up doing a video because I had followed him through Jump Force or the one that was before then, or is that the original? But one of those, I still have it over here somewhere.
There was I think
it's either Jump Force or what is it?
It's
J-Star.
Like yeah,
J-Star. Yeah, I got it. I got the little booklet for it right here. But I saw his videos for that because he's big into Yu Yu Hakusho, which was pretty much the anime that got me into liking a bunch of other shit. So by proxy, I got into Dokkan because there wasn't really anything else going on mobile-wise. And I've been playing it ever since then. Been shafted more times than I can count.
The shaft is real. Not really, but I mean, it is.
Prelude for things to come.
Probably.
No.
You guys are just anticipating this, aren't you?
I can't wait.
I am. I'm anticipating just the shaft being extra real while everyone around me pulls fire. I'll go into it later, but let's just say there's a group of people I got into Dokkan, and for some fucking reason, whenever we decide to pull on some shit, I'm always that one sitting there with no LRs and these fools back to back. I can't believe it. Of course. I singled him. What? Come on, bruh.
All right, so second question. Currently, what is your favorite unit in the game?
Oh, shit. LRUI Goku, hands down.
Right on, dude. Right on. He's got a really good kit.
He does. Like, real like seriously leaning towards being the best unit in the game for real, because he can do everything. He's seriously got utility, fam. I love utility units. It ain't all about how hard some shit can hit, because everything at this point can hit ridiculously hard. But if you take it into an event and you get clapped, it don't really matter how hard you can hit if your defense is trash. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
True.
All right. So everybody has a list of things that they would like to see change. So what are some new features or units you would like to see added to the game?
Oh, that's a good one. Never really thought about that. I'd like some kind of way to not have to constantly go through an event, like a skip ticket of some kind, for stuff that I've done multiple times.
Oh yeah,
That I
skip
can
to
just-
like from Legends.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, like, I guess you can keep the chance, I guess, the same. Because I know for one of those things in Legends, they didn't have the skip ticket available for it for the longest amount of time, and it just became available. I would like the 30 stone multis to be, like, I think that'd be good, or at least put that discount thing on every multi, on every banner. For like the first 3 would be pretty good. Outside of the special ones, it would incentivize people to summon a little bit, and you can save stones on it, I think. What else? Units, we need a new Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4. Omega. We've seen the art for Omega, right? Is there art for Super Saiyan 4, or am I tripping? Has there been anything posted
I
with that?
I have not seen anything around Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in a long time.
Okay, so if we get anything, we see anything, that's probably going to be a new unit, like, just straight up. Because we've seen Omega, we know, just like with Jiren, we know there's Jiren art in the game with full power with the shirt off. Obviously, MUI, standalone, either Dokkenfest or LR. I don't know how they're going to do that with MUI, though, considering UI Goku's in LR. Would they really stack the deck against everybody that much?
Yes.
And then I realized it's Dokkan, so yes. Honestly, if you wanted me to be real, if Dokkan really wanted to put the screws to you, and this is, still going into what I want, this is the last one that I'll say. If for anniversary, maybe next year, we get MUI, LR, Goku, and full power Jiren, and then immediately after that, for the 400 download celebration, bam, LR God Topo and LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Because we also don't have the combination of Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and Kaioken Blue LR from the Tournament of Power, or the back-to-back Kamehameha Gallic Gun from the Broly movie, which are both probably going to be separate LRs, if I had to guess.
That's true.
Right on. Well, I do think it would be cool to have LR MUI and LR UI Ulman, or whatever the hell his name is, together on the same rotation.
Oh my god, they would
Dude,
slap.
it would just wreck.
It would slap. That rotation's unbeatable. You can't. Game's done.
Yep. So we do see you working right now. We are showing that here on the stream. But do you have any additional projects or videos that you'd like to take a second to promote?
I'll show you the one that I just finished if you want to see the Giorno Giovanna I just finished.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Here it is. Here's the we just finished this realistic Giorno Giovanna. Varnished it up a couple days ago, and it is up available for sale.
Dude, that's awesome. And
It's
you
like-
you have a time lapse of that one up, right? Or was it your self portrait you just put up?
I don't have the self-portrait yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
the Giorno Giovanna is up on my YouTube at ProperArtist. Pretty much you can find me everywhere at ProperArtist. I was lucky enough to get that name.
Yeah, I actually just saw that name used by somebody else the other day. But it's their Twitter handle is @ProperArtist_.
Yep.
Yep. So
They ain't the real proper artist.
nah. There's only one proper artist.
Which was me.
All right. So
It's
now that
not.
we've introduced you guys to Prop, again, we're looking at his YouTube right now. You can find him there at ProperArtist. Actually, let's get you a direct link because I'm a good guy like that. There you go. There's a direct link to ProperArtist's YouTube channel right there. Make sure you follow him there. He's got some really cool time-lapse things going on here. So he's got... Actually, let's pause the music. We'll just take a quick look. We'll give you a view, Prop. How about that?
Oh, that's kind of you, fam.
Pause the music. There we go.
I don't want to inception the stream, so I don't have the stream up like I did before.
Properly mad. Say simply phenomenal.
Because I got a little... Actually, I can just do this.
Dude, your edits are so good on these.
Yeah, I've been progressively getting better at it. It's just evolving over time. But I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
But yeah, guys, this is... Like, I try to catch his live streams as much as I can, but he likes to stream late at night. So I catch Prop doing this on his time lapses, and I love it.
Yeah, just to reiterate to everybody out there, yes, this is paint. This isn't digital art. This is
Oil paint.
straight up paint, oil paint.
Yeah, you use oils, and you've been painting for how long? Like your whole life?
I've been drawing my whole life, but I've only been painting since 2013, late 2013, because I had to for a class. So I didn't want to look like a piece of shit in front of a class of people who were deemed like the top tier students at the time. Plus, I'm naturally competitive. Whenever like people around me seem like they give a shit, which is why Twitch is great. But I just kind of gave it everything that I had, just because of the people that were around me and the teacher that I had. But like not soon after that, I stopped having traditional art classes, and work took a whole bunch of time away from me. So I spent like maybe 6 months that first time getting into it, and then like 2 years, a year or two, not touching it off and on because of work and classes being all digital.
Right
And
on.
then after that was just all working. So yeah, it's like off and on 7 years.
You've been on the Twitch grind for how long?
2015. I've been a part of Twitch
2015.
since 2009, but I've
Right.
been streaming since 2015 because I lost a bet.
Because you lost a bet. Best bet you ever lost, bro. It benefited us all.
Fun fact: I got into a car accident before I lost that bet. Because I was in the car accident is the reason why I lost the bet. Yeah.
I just gotta say this. Like, it's weird that you had the same thing, because that's when I started, was around 2015, and it was right after I had gotten into a car accident. So.
Yeah, it's funny, right? That's usually how people. It's funny. It's not funny, but it is at the same time. Most of the people that I know that succeed at the Twitch or the self kind of the self-employed thing is they literally have no other choice. At that time, it's for real one of those back against the wall things. It's either make it or break it, and people end up getting it. You love to see it. You really do love to see it. Because it feels like you earn it.
Give you that thumbs up. All right. Let's move on to some Dokkan news. Let's pause that and get our music back up and going. This is pro stuff right here, let me tell you.
Yep. This is not
Pro-
our 20th show or anything.
Could you say it's pro per artist?
Some puns just need to never exist. That
Yeah, I gotta
is
go.
one of them.
He leaves the chat.
Funny part is I've
Oh.
never intended my name to even mean any of this.
Okay, so getting back into Dokkan stuff. Of course, we're going to talk about Beerus, guys.
What? No way.
Because this boy just dropped for us. He is the Exploding Rage and Realm of Gods category key 3, hit points 130%, attack and defense 170% leader. He infinitely raises his attack, causes immense damage to enemy, and greatly lowers defense. His passive skill, defense plus 100%, boom, flat off. Then he gets attack plus 150% when performing a super attack. Next part of his passive, attack and defense plus 70% within the same turn after receiving an attack. Next part of his passive, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres and attacks effective against all types when there is a Realm of Gods category enemy. He does have an active skill, attack and defense 50%, attacks effective against all types and guaranteed to hit for 1 turn, can be activated when hit points are 70% or less starting from the 4th turn of the battle once only. Link skills are Godly Power, Prodigies, Connoisseur, The Innocence, Shocking Speed, Berserker, and Fierce Battle. For categories, he's in Realm of Gods, Movie Bosses, Siblings Bond, Worthy Rivals, Bond of Master and Disciple, and Exploding Rage. I have not summoned for this unit yet. I believe... Well, I watched Ty's summons. Do you want to talk about your summons really quick, Ty?
So, the thing with me is that, you know, I'm a whale, obviously. I'm gonna summon regardless, even if it's just a little bit. I went into this not like saying that I wasn't going to go past 200. Then I saw the discount summons, and I was like, I'm not going to go past the discounts. First summon, I get Xeno, and I get this Beerus right off the bat. What's funny is, out of all 3, he was the one I least wanted. Like, he's not a bad unit at all. Like, as you see, his kit is really good. It's not the best, but he's also very reliable when you have him on Realm of Gods. There's a reason why people are switching to him. My biggest one was I wanted the Whis and I wanted the Namek Goku because I want to run a Super Saiyan team. But yeah, I got extremely hyped just to have the Xeno animation. I was like, yeah,
you squeaked, dude. You seriously squeaked.
I did, because I had that was the first Xeno animation I ever got, was this Beerus yesterday, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, wait, what? Just,
yeah, he straight squeaked. It was hilarious.
I didn't know. It was so funny. But I've been messing around with the Beerus for the story event and stuff because I'm grinding up Super Saiyan Gokus and Super Saiyan God Gokus. He's good. I have no complaints. I think he's fantastic. But I definitely don't suggest anybody summon more than the discount summons. 5th year is just around the corner.
Prop, have you pulled Beerus yet?
No, I did not. Only thing I pulled of worth that I actually needed was the Whis. I wanted to go in because I pulled LRUI Goku. At first, I would have pulled because of the cooler, so I could have him because I need him, period. But I was gonna go in there because of the SSBKK being on the banner since I have him, and he's like his best linking partner. I ended up pulling dupes of stuff I didn't need. Well, I did get to Rainbow Vegeta because I did pull one of him, and I did technically pull multiple Dokkan Fest units, featured units. I just couldn't use them. So it's not necessarily that my pulls were bad, because I did get a Whis. But I effectively ended up using my stones, the discount stones, and then just using my coins and stuff to get SSBKK because I didn't get them with that, but I'll have enough just with pulls from anniversary stuff to get them, to get a LR when he comes back, when they come around, in case I don't pull them.
All right, and then what are your thoughts on the unit itself?
It's pretty. From what I've used, it seems pretty dope. The only thing is, like, I don't have LR, Beerus, and Whis. Even though you don't necessarily need them, it seems like just because of the way his links are, to get the maximum you want out of them, you need either the Whis or the LR. And knowing just potential in general and wanting the LRs, I'd probably want, for me personally, I'd want the LR over the Whis if I had to pick both of them. But he's a good unit, a good hard hitter, good for the UI Goku event at the end. But not something that I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have this unit. He's just gonna completely destroy my game. If you don't have Merge Zamasu, he's a good option.
And
yeah,
Trevor?
definitely. Oh.
Um, yeah, he's good. I like his leader skill. Attack and defense gets the main buff, which is good. I like that he raises attack infinitely. That's always good. I like that. You know, lowering defense is whatever. You always need it sometimes. I think it's weird that his passive is like it is. I don't know. It should say plus an additional attack and defense plus 70 when within the same turn after receiving an attack. It should say that to get the buff that it actually gets, anyways. Because normally, in a normal situation, it wouldn't calculate separately. It would just be 70%. But I guess according to the wiki, it says that it's different. So.
Yep, additional defense plus 70% calculated separately for a total boost of defense plus 240% after being attacked. That's crazy.
Exactly, when it shouldn't be. The way it's worded, it should be normal. But whatever. Dokkan, right? It's fine. It makes the unit better.
Dumb.
So I'm cool if it makes it better. That's fine. Whatever. I don't really care. I like his passive is really good. His active skill. Perfect linking partner. In an optimal team, if you don't have LR Beerus, you could use STR God Vegeta. He also has Godly Power, Prodigies, and Fierce Battle. So at least you get your attack links, which is all that really anybody cares about anyway. So that's an option to run.
The STR one from the Battle of Gods?
The Broly movie. The Broly movie.
Oh, okay.
Vegeta. Yeah, he has all those links.
I thought you meant the old one.
You're missing out on Connoisseur, but Whis is the only one in the game that carries that, I think.
Champa.
Champa, that's right. That's fine, whatever. Who's gonna run Champa?
Yeah, you forgot the greatest fighter of all time, Monaka.
No one's gonna
Yeah, and I don't know if a lot of people in Realm of Gods have the Innocence. I think that's kind of a rare.
Innocence is a strange one.
It's a weird thing. Yeah,
that is super weird that Beerus.
All Beerus have that. Yeah, that's a Beerus thing.
He's not innocent though.
Oh, we've got Vados. She has it.
Yeah, I mean,
but have you seen that? Have you seen that face though? That's an innocent face.
But yeah, I think overall he's good. I like his links. I like his passive. Obviously he's a Dokkan exclusive, so he kicks ass. It's been a while since a Dokkan Fest exclusive came out that wasn't good. So.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Okay. I agree with you guys. He's a great unit. I haven't even done my summons yet. I'm gonna wait until I have my new Elgato because mine died, and I want to do the summons on stream. So hopefully that'll be tonight or tomorrow. Who knows? Let's move on and talk about the banner, and most likely get sidetracked for a few minutes.
Here we go.
So, as you all know at this point, the banner has changed. And it was a change of one unit. Here, really quick, can you figure out who it was?
We'll give you 3 guesses. We'll give you a hint. They're both STR units.
They are.
I'll give you a better hint. It's cooler.
Yes, it's cooler. We've come across a situation where every element of cooler being on this banner is still in this celebration. We've got Cooler's SR here. We've got the Cooler event to farm up his super attack. Like, every element of Cooler should be in this banner is here except for Cooler himself. So I understand why people are upset. I really do. And I'm almost hesitant to go past that statement, but here we go. Y'all need to grow up. I'm sorry, but it's not a global shaft. Banners change all the time. It sucks that he's not here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it doesn't suck. I'm not saying I'm not empathetic to the fact that there are people saving their coins to get this guy. But it's not a shaft. He will come back. Patience is a virtue. I suggest you start studying. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go off on a super crazy rant. I'm going to let you guys take it from there. And if I decide to rant on after that, it'll be because of something you guys said. It won't be my fault. Go.
Okay, I guess I'll start because I have, probably the most opposition. I am obviously on the side that already has Kaioken Goku, so lucky me, I guess. So with that being said, I'll let you know that going in. So obviously I want Cooler. I could give a shit about Goku because I already have him. But for people who don't have him, he's really good. He's really good for his category. He's really good for the teams that he can go on. He's a great unit. Is he the best turret in the game like the GOAT Cooler? No. Right? Cooler is not even arguably a better unit. He is a better unit. He is far superior to Kaioken Goku in almost every single way. He stacks attack better. His links are better. His category is better. He can go on more teams. His passive is better. He supports his own category. Like, the man's a GOAT, okay? So to say it's not a shaft, or not a shaft to not have him on a banner, he should be on every banner, okay? He's amazing. I'm done.
I guess I'll
Oh.
go next.
I don't have to worry because I have both Kaioken Goku and Cooler, so I'm not that upset.
Yeah, Ty, you can just leave the conversation, please. Thank you.
All right, I think I heard Proper there.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, I'm fine with it, even though I was prepared to summon for Cooler, because I don't have him. And he's coming real handy for these transformation boosts, because I don't have Boo either. So guess who can't run a transformation boost team? Unless I make some makeshift shit.
If it makes you feel better, Prop, I can put my Cooler as a friend for you.
I mean, that's fine. But I'm saying, I'd really like to use my Int Meta Cooler on my team with that Frieza squad, but I can't because the best lead for it is the Meta Cooler. So then they conflict with each other. So I can't even have the best shit with that.
Actually, the best lead for a full extreme transformation boost team, if you don't have either one, would be Tech Frieza. Season 120 extreme lead, so you could run basically whoever the fuck you want.
Oh yeah, you're
Just
talking about
throwing that out there.
Yeah, but I also can't run. I also wouldn't be able to run any other transformation boost units that are super on that team. But Cooler, I can run whoever.
Well,
I
yeah,
want.
but I mean, you said 3 of your units were
but
already
I
going to be
mean-
extreme anyway, so
but
I'm
I'm-
like,
no,
might
no,
as well
I'm
just
saying,
finish
like-
it out.
I'm saying I'd like to be able to run like with my Cooler team with my Frieza squad because I got like the LR full power Frieza and all that whole thing, and I like that team. But I have to use the stupid ass AGL Meta Cooler.
You're talking about the AGL one?
Yeah, and he conflicts
The
with
Wicked
the
Bloodlines lead.
Yeah, he conflicts with the Int one, who like buffs the whole squad. And I'd much rather use the utility of the buffer and have the STR transformation boost as my lead / Wicked Bloodlines or whatever he is for that. I know it's Freeze or something.
It's
Oh,
Terrifying Conquerors.
Terrifying. It's pretty much the Freezer shit. Freezer people with other people included in it. But I'd be able to run that. I already beat the UI Goku event, like barely, without that. But I'd really like to just go in there and just clap it with Cooler critting nonstop, just because it would feel real great. That being said, I pulled LR UI Goku. So, and I didn't get SSBKK having to watch everybody around me at the time pull this fool. So, in hindsight, it was pretty good to have him on the banner, or at least available with coins, which is what I bought him with. And I'll have enough come anniversary to get whatever LR I need, which will probably be Gohan if I don't pull it. So, honestly, I'm fine with it. It ain't nothing to be crying over. But I can understand why people are upset about it if they were saving specifically for him and they had one. If you don't have either or, but you got LR UI Goku, just get SSBKK. It's literally his best League partner.
Yeah. I will say that when it comes to Cooler not being on the banner, I can absolutely understand why people are upset. But again, it is one of those things where Cooler will come again. And think of it, some people aren't thinking about it like this. You now have a reason to skip the banner and save your stones for 5th year. It's perfect. You have more chances at great LR Dokkan Fest that are coming. You know, like with the return of the Gohan, the Cell, the 3rd year anniversary Vegito, Gogeta, and the new Vegito and Gogeta. And then on top of that, right after that, the Rose and the freaking Broly that's right after. Like, you have so much that you could use these stones that you were going to spend on Cooler. Cooler's going to come back. you'll have plenty of time to get Cooler. Most likely in a, in the 350 million download. Who knows?
There's a chance, yeah, he's gonna come back with Android 13 Gohan, because they haven't come back. Well, by the time that swings back around, it'll be great. But Gohan hadn't come back yet. Time for Cooler to come back, because he got skipped. So that's gonna be a good banner whenever they pop back on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Cooler is here to stay. Cooler is not a, like, Super Saiyan Goku from the crossover event with One Piece type of card. He's gonna come back. He's gonna be here. You're gonna be able to summon for him, and he's still gonna be the best TUR. I'm just saying, you guys have plenty of time to get him.
Didn't they do this with AGL Metacooler 2, where they skipped him coming back again? Because it took forever for him to come back around? Or am I tripping?
Cooler.
I think I wasn't playing back then, but from what people have told me, yes. And then he was on like a lot of banners after that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probably how they're gonna end up doing this one, where they're gonna keep him away for a while and then just flood him on everything.
Cooler is the forever skippable.
Let me throw this out here, guys. Okay, so let's say instead of removing a character from the banner, they just straight up added Blue Kaioken. Left Cooler in there, added Blue
Oh
Kaioken.
my god.
8 featured units lowers your ability to pull any specific featured unit, but does it make the banner better?
Oh, definitely.
Instantly.
Yes, it
Definitely would have made it better.
The rates of you pulling Cooler would have been down, but the fact that Cooler and Kaioken Goku were both on that freaking banner, along with the new Beerus, the Whis, the Nemo
That'd be
Goku,
good.
the Transforming Vegeta, and 2 really good EZA units. To quote Hulk, I see this as an absolute win,
Yep.
but that's never gonna happen that they do that.
So I will say that
Wait, no, that
being-
happened once with Metacooler on a banner. That happened once.
They added a unit instead of removing.
Yeah, they added Metacooler on a banner, if I'm not mistaken, for
It was
a banner that JP got. We got Metacooler added to it.
last November when we got
Yep.
Trunks and Zamasu. They added an extra unit to each banner, so we had extra units on there.
That's right.
Yep.
I still didn't pull them in.
Cooler on the Boo banner there, Trevor.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be happy when that happens?
Yeah, well, that's what I said. That was my thing. What I said earlier before the podcast, that if the next logical spot for him to be would be the dual Dokkenfest with Boo and Gotenks, and he'd be on Boo's banner, which would be fucking nuts. If that happened, that would be amazing. But so, anyways, back to my original thought. I will say that as a pro Cooler side, like I'm on the Cooler should be on every banner side, right? He didn't really fit on the banner, like, to be real. He has no place on this banner at all. Like, if you pulled Cooler and everybody else, you, like, imagine like a newish player, right? You couldn't even make a team, right? You couldn't. There's not enough. You could put Vegeta on it, right? That's the only other transformation boost unit on the banner, right? So it'd have been pointless. I mean, he didn't have any place being on there. It was just cool to have him back, right? That's all that anybody cares about. We're all mad because we all hyped up for months knowing that Cooler was going to be on this banner. We're like, thank God Cooler's coming back. We love him, right? And then he wasn't there, so you immediately get that was it like abandonment? You're like, he's gone. He's not there. But yeah, I mean, Kaioken Goku fits the banner a lot better than Cooler would have, and so it makes sense.
I know,
It's
the
just,
first you can save stones.
Yeah, but I
Here's
mean, I'm not gonna save stones, so I don't give a shit about that.
I mean, not you, but the normal people, the people listening.
Yeah, no, like I understand that this is very good for people who wanted to save their stones for 5 year, and I understand why people are upset that Cooler's not here. My big issue with it has been the reaction overall. I mean, we literally have Dokkan tubers, I'm not going to name names, you guys probably know who I'm talking about,
Yep.
saying they're changing the way they do their content because of this banner. Because one unit was moved off of one banner. They're changing the way they run their content. Or you have, and God bless him, I mean, Toon Rami is a friend of this channel, I love the dude, but he was super pissed.
Oh, he's super pissed. Yeah,
Super pissed. Like, I understand that he really wanted Cooler and he was planning to buy him with red coins, and it sucks ass that he's not here. But I just don't understand the rage, Like, he's more than entitled to it. I'm not saying he's not. I just personally don't understand it. And then just to really quickly address some things that I've seen in chat, there was a statement saying that Cooler might come back for the 5-year anniversary. Don't hold your breath. They've never changed an anniversary banner.
Nope. They've never done that.
That would be. Who would they change Cooler with? Like that would.
Strength
Whoever they
boo,
take
or
off would.
Yeah, Strength Boo.
Don't
Yeah.
take away my boo, Alec.
Take
Okay.
Sorry,
Boo out,
it's the only
I need
option.
him. I need him.
Same color, leads the same team. It's the only option if you were going to replace him.
Jared's just like, I need him.
I
I have
will have
5 of him
one
rainbowed, but I need him.
I only have one copy.
For those
That's
of
my
you who
favorite.
are saying there's always a chance for a first time, I'm not going to argue against that. But
You imagine how
I'm gonna bet you
angry
money.
JP
I would seriously bet money. I got 50 cent right here that says
50 cent.
50 cent. I'm broke. This show doesn't have a budget. All right.
I knew he was gonna say it.
I got 50 cent that says that Cooler will not return during the 5-year. Like, it's
Oh,
just
God, if he does, though, I'm gonna have to summon. All my hype for skipping 5-year will have to change because Cooler will be on it, and I'll have to summon now. I really hope they don't do that. I can't go back on my word. I already said.
well.
The Global Jane does not condone Trevor's actions for not summoning on the 5th year.
Yep, Trevor makes his own decisions. His own terrible, terrible.
All of the magic you guys see is brought to you on a shoestring budget of $0 in stolen images.
That's right.
Oh, I was gonna say this. I just remembered the point I was gonna make to Trevor when it came to Cooler. Cooler did fit on the banner. Cooler is the god of all TURs, so it makes sense.
So he's a god, so he gets to go on the banner.
Exactly. That's what I
Either way, if you pull Beerus, you can then make a team with every other unit on the banner, except
That's
Super
true.
Saiyan Goku. But everybody else fits on it.
Yeah, that's very true. Like honestly, it does. The Kaioken Goku in essence fits better on the banner just because of how the banner is supposed to be modeled.
Yeah, I mean, it just wouldn't. You know, if you think about it, like why even have him? You know, like don't just throw units. I like banner synergy. You know, I don't want to. I would not. I would hate a banner that had like the featured unit is Beerus, right, and then the rest of them was like Cooler and Boo and like fucking Nappa or something. You know, some dumb shit. It's just like weird, like not have anything to do with the
Oh
main
my
unit.
god.
That would
Could
be.
you imagine if every other unit on the banner was just straight ass that had nothing to do with the main unit?
Yeah.
The new Raditz.
You get
Yeah,
you
like-
get your units are Beerus, Go Tanks.
No, that makes sense because Beerus gave.
Oh,
Gotenks
slapped. Yeah, he spanked him.
Yeah.
Literally spanked him. So Beerus, Janemba, Android 13,
Yes.
Cell Jr.
Cell
Cell
Jr. You know what? A Beerus would be a great time to introduce LR Garlic Jr.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Perfect.
No,
Is that our one per episode?
Fuck that card. I swear to God. I hate that character with a passion. Fuck that.
Oh man, the one person who's been on
The first time anybody has ever fought the Garlic Jr. on this show.
Yeah.
Fuck that character. You know how many episodes they wasted on that piece of shit twice? No,
Let's not talk about the episodes. Let's talk about the movie.
no,
Just the movie.
I think Ty's gonna die.
Oh my god, I can't
can't.
breathe.
Fuck him. I hate
Fuck
that.
'em.
Hate that character. Really? Really? They made Piccolo weak as shit as an excuse so he could just get his ass whooped. Come on, bruh. They gave this man a handicap. No, come on, dude. Really?
Don't mind the troll, but I just want to show you guys what JP had. You know, just to be clear.
Oh man, Top just went off on Garlic Jr.
Man, fuck that character. The second they and watch him be good too. Watch him be good.
Now you have to.
Watch him be badass, like Garlic Jr. Like I've always said that if we got a Garlic Jr., he should start off as like the midget Garlic Jr. with his hood pulled up as like an SR, like something from the Friend Summon, right? And then when you awaken him to SSR, he takes the hood off. You awaken him to TUR, he might be the big buff form. And then when you get him to LR, it would be Garlic Jr. and the Spice Boys. I think that would make it a very interesting card. Now, I don't think Garlic Jr. is like the be-all end-all of units that are needed. Like I've said before, we need the character just to represent the movie that he's in. We have 2 movies that aren't represented. The Garlic Jr. movie, which is Dead Zone, and then The World's Strongest, where we don't have a Dr. Wheelo. That's really the only reason I want the characters in there, is for the sake of completion. It's not like I'm some Garlic Jr. diehard who's like, he's the greatest villain ever. Although he did get immortality before Zamasu, and didn't get his ass erased in the process.
But what did it do for him though?
Yeah, when your trump card is locking someone in another dimension, you get your ass knocked in. You enjoy being immortal in there.
That's probably gonna be a huge drawback to the card too. Probably gonna be one of those he ends up losing defense or something. Or some way he hurts himself, you lose HP, or I don't know. They'll probably do something like that with it.
Defense loss whenever a midget hits you in the chest with his head.
Weakness
Then
would be
they'll
Goku's family, or Hybrid
Automatic.
Saiyan, or youth.
Automatic, just lose 100 defense whenever you go up against a Goku family category, or a Namekian.
Oh man. My
Man, we
throat
could
hurts
make
so
some
much.
troll cards hardcore.
Just make him the April Fool's LR, and I'll be fine with that.
I'd be fine with that. Like seriously, make him a friend summon, make him April Fool's unit. Just give me the card in the game. He doesn't even have to be good. He just has to be there.
You need a new friend summon. You're right.
You know.
Yeah, he'd be a decent friend summon card to bring in, because think of the friend summon cards that we have. Like we have Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, we have Hercule, we have fucking Androids 17 and 18. You know,
We're long overdue for another.
yeah, give us a new friend. Give us Garlic Jr. as a friend summable LR.
It doesn't even have to be an LR, guys. It could literally just be a farmable like SR that has some awakenings, and I wouldn't care. Just so long as the unit's in the game. He doesn't even have to be good. He just has to be there for the sake of completion, because my OCD says so.
Just make him the newest N card, the newest N normal card.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring
I'll
him
take
in.
Yeah.
And he's there.
So
you
let's.
know what? I'll tell you what way I would probably hate this. I would probably say they can make him a villain equivalent of like a farmable LR. And you can see his various stages through his farmable shit.
Yeah, see, like my original thought process was just making the mirror opposite of the Great Saiyaman duo, because I mean, like you make him an extreme class support unit, like they're they're a super class support unit. I mean, it would just make sense to me. Rujo asks, what about Dr. Wheelo? That's another one of those arguments we're always going to get into, because no representation.
Yeah.
Robot lives matter.
Click the link.
Sorry, that's probably a bad joke. Do I really want to click this link?
Yes, it's safe. It's safe. It's absolutely safe.
Nah, it'll open up in my in what's on stream here, so I don't want to necessarily do that.
All right, well here, let me do this. I'll send it to you in Discord.
Yeah, remember copyright stuff for Twitch too. Now.
It's.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't. There we go.
So.
I don't want to take no chances.
Okay, so moving on, the other new unit we got is Whis. Whis is the Bond of Master and Disciple sub-lead with Ki +3 stats 120. Super attack causes supreme damage to enemy, lowers attack and defense by 20% for 3 turns isn't bad, especially on the attack lowering. And seals super attack. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 100%. Second part of passive skill, a great chance, which is 70% of evading the enemy's attack, including super attack, plus an additional defense plus 50% within the same turn with each attack evaded, including super attack. And then next part of the passive, all allies attack plus 50% recovers 10% hit points at the end of the turn where there is an ally whose name includes Beerus, Beerus excluded. attacking in the same turn. Why would you even put Beerus excluded? The name has to include Beerus. Beerus does not even look like Beerus.
Exactly.
This is dumb. That's just sorry. Link skills are Godly Power, Cold Judgment, Connoisseur, Gentleman, Shocking Speed, Rival Duo, and Fierce Battle. Categories: Realm of God, Siblings Bond, and Bond of Master and Disciple. So you could say that Whis is totally into bondage.
Godly Piler. What I find funny about this is that people.
I've said it before, guys. Words are hard, okay?
What I find funny about this is that I mean, obviously there's the similarities between him and the UI Goku. Like, this was kind of the precursor to that UI Goku card.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, and what I find funny is that nobody pointed that out when the UI Goku was released. But when I reread Whis, I was like, this is the beginning of the UI Goku that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's fantastic. That's why people want the Whis instead of the Beerus, because the Whis is like, it has like so much to its kit that is like unique and perfect for him.
That buff though.
Exactly. That buff though.
Well, here's the thing, though. His defense is only within the same turn. Isn't the LR UI Goku? Doesn't his defense just stay up to a certain percentage?
Yeah,
Yes, that is true.
Phase. However, Whis also has the evasion mechanic in there. So if he evades a bunch outside of the last event of the UI Goku fight, if he's evading non-stop, he's just gonna keep stacking it. So by the point you do get hit, you should have pretty good defense to take it. If he doesn't stun in any other event like Super Battle Road.
Guys just get all. Exactly.
Anyway, so when looking at this character, I'm kind of thinking if I had him and I was going to rainbow him, I wouldn't put anything into crit.
Nope.
I would honestly stack his additional attack and then put everything else into evasion.
It's an easy put it all in additional, just because of the fact that for 3 turns you got that 20%. If he's additionally twice in 1 turn, that's 40% reduction right there. And then the next turn, another 40. So for 2 turns, it's 80% reduction. And then the next turn, 120% reduction for 1 turn.
Right.
It's like, that's in best case scenario. But
Talking about Whis?
Yeah, we're talking about Whis because he does it for 3 turns. So if he, let's say he gets 2 super attacks on the first turn, so that's 40. 2 super attacks. Yeah. No, you're right. It's 120% on that third. No,
on that
sorry,
third turn,
I'm dumb.
If he doubles constantly.
No,
like,
because
if he
at 3 turns he'll only stack twice. So the best you can get off of this is 80%.
But even
Because
still, that's
it's not 3 times that he's been up, it's literally 3 turns. So the first turn he supers is 1, the turn he's not on is 2, the next turn he comes back is 3. So he can only ever stack this twice, but even if you super twice on both of them, that's 80% reduction on that third turn.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
That's insane. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would
So we're-
say additionals and evasion.
Attack and defense lowering?
Yeah, we're talking about his attack and defense lowering off his super.
Oh shit, that's right. He also does that too. God damn.
Yeah, he's so good.
I'm glad I pulled him. At the time.
That's why I was like,
damn,
I'll
dude,
trade you
that-
Beerus for Whis.
Dude,
I'll
trading
take the
would
Whis
kill
over
this game.
Yeah, it would.
Trading would absolutely kill this game.
It's just I would like to have Beerus now because technically he would fit better with the Whis on top of the other people I want to bring with me for that Realm of God scene.
Sure.
But I don't need them because I can just use LRU I go to if I really want.
And say if you have literally any of these characters right here, you activate Whis' ability. Because its name includes Beerus. So it could be Beerus in the Monaka costume, it could just be Beerus, it could be Whis and Beerus. And all of those names include Beerus, so all of these characters will activate Whis' passive.
His passive is the whole thing the passive with
No,
the
the part.
Attack plus 50%, recovers 10% HP.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I have to have a Beerus on my
Hold on.
team.
Let me.
Attack and
attacking in the same turn.
Right
so
here.
50%.
Yep. So all allies attack 50% and recovers 10% hit points at the end of the turn when there's an ally whose name includes Beerus. That's the only thing. You get the 50% additional attack to all allies, and you get the health when you have Beerus on the same rotation.
I guess technically I could just bring the tech one because he's not bad after his EVA, and I just couldn't do
That's true. There you go.
So
And plus, what's really good about this one is that he has a farmable EVA.
yeah, farmable super attack is nice.
Sorry, not EVAs. Yeah. So
Yeah, he has a farmable essay.
Yeah, essay. Thank you. I had a blonde moment for a second. I was like, why did I say EVA?
Good luck with that farm. Jesus Christ.
It's honestly not too bad. I actually did the Whis farm for the other Whis that I have, and it really took me just like 2 hours to really get done with the Tech Whis and the AGL Whis.
Yeah, some of the farms aren't too bad. Some of them are hell though. Some of them can. Oh my god, the Buhan farm was the worst back in the day. That
What?
and Goku
I thought he was easy.
Nah, he was the worst.
I like the event ones,
he
at
ever
least.
dropped for a lot of people.
Maybe I just have bad luck on the hero extermination missions because I never get shit. That's why I haven't rainbowed Great Saiyaman yet, because I can't get those medals, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, anyways, because y'all didn't ask my thoughts on the unit, fuck you. But he's good. I know I'm coming in late to this, but I don't know why y'all were stuck on the attack and defense for so long. I mean, that's a regular attack and defense debuff. I mean, every unit has the same. I don't really know why
Not
I'm confused about that.
necessarily. Some last for more turns. Like if it was to last for 6 turns, then you could get, I think it's 4 stacks. It's weird how stacking works with those limited turn ones.
Oh, yeah, I thought most were 3 turns.
No, some are 6, some are 9, some are
Jeez, 9?
yeah 9. Like
For
I've
attack
mostly
and
seen
defense?
I've seen it mostly for like defensive stackers. I think it's the
Kaba's 9, right?
Agility Super Saiyan 3 Trunks from the Heroes banner. I think stacks its defense for 9 turns.
No, stacking is one thing. Yeah.
Right, but I mean
Lowering,
it's like lowering is you can stack the lower is what I'm saying. There are, I believe, other units that can do it for more than just 3 turns.
yeah, when it's just one of the two. Like, if it's just attack, it'll lower it for like 5 turns. Or if it's just defense, it's usually like 5 turns as well. But for both of them, it cuts that in half.
Yeah, I've
So it's
never really
not-
paid attention to that specific part of it, but you're probably right, seeing as everything else is uniform. Like when it's attack and defense, you know, raising or lowering, it's usually like 20%.
Yeah, you get 20 instead of 30 when it's
Yeah.
just a single. Yeah. So yeah, besides that,
Trevor out here
I
with
think
the
it-
noticeable details.
yeah, well, that's what I do. I'm a team builder. I do. But his links are pretty straightforward for a Whis. I mean, him and Beerus link pretty well together. They're not going to be like the best. I mean, they share shocking speed, so woo. But Golly Power Connoisseur was a wait. Connoisseur is like Namekians. It's like a worthless. For cover 5 HP. I mean, whatever. It's gonna. I guess it'll help if you're struggling, but most people will not give a shit about that link. But other than that, I think he's good. I think I'm liking where units are going now, where you. It's kind of makes the team limited, where you have to have somebody of whoever it is on with rotation with them. You know, like the 17 and the 18 have been doing that a lot recently, and now Beerus and Whis. Well, Beerus didn't have restriction, but Whis, you know, having Beerus on the same turn, I like it actually that they do that because it makes sense. You know, I don't know. I like that the units have been going that way instead of just throwing out. You know, this is what the card does, and you can throw them on whatever team you want. Who gives a shit, right? I like to have the. I don't know. I like team synergy. It makes me happy to see stuff like that.
It gives you a reason to pull for units to
Yeah.
team synergy. Yeah.
So you actually just made me think of something. You brought up that they're doing a lot of this stuff where they're requiring other characters to be with a card to make it good, blah, 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 blah. I was just part of a discussion group last Friday with Jinro and several others about the category meta. If you guys haven't seen that, it's on Jinro's YouTube. Go check it out. Small plug, blah, blah, blah.
Definitely.
And I honestly wish that we would have had this conversation beforehand, because it just occurred to me that this is how they're getting around changing the meta. So
Yeah.
we're still in the category meta, but now we're in, like what Rujo just said, the restricted meta. So we're in a meta where you want to use units that are specifically built to work with other units or specifically built to work against whatever the enemy is you're fighting. I can't believe I didn't think about this last Friday when this conversation was going on, but yeah, this is how they're getting around changing the meta.
Very
Yep.
true.
Facts, because we would have already been in a new meta by now. At least we should have, judging by how
Certainly
they
shouldn't
think
have
that.
58 fucking categories
yeah,
with most of them are fucking useless.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, but like now you bring that up, prop. They yeah, you said we should have been in a new meta by now. This is semi kind of recent.
Mhm.
Like it's not like new, right? It's been happening for a minute, but it's like the last like year since I've been playing, right? That this is like a common thing. Like baby, you know, it's better with hybrid and pure Saiyans, right? Like ever since then, I don't know how long passed before that's when I started. So that's the first unit I saw that did stuff like that. But yeah, ever since then, like most units that come out have some kind of, you know, some kind of restriction, or like, you know, like even Cooler has restrictions, right? He has to be facing multiple enemies to get the, you know, Terrifying Conquerors boost, you know, and stuff like that. And he gets better with hybrid or pure Saiyan stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I like it though. You know, I'm definitely part of the group that thinks it's a good change.
It really like makes it so that it feels like a card game, because let's be honest here, Dokkan Battle is a virtual card game.
Yeah,
It's what it is.
it's
and-
Pokemon, but with Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's like, I think it's a lot of fun just because the fact that now you have these specific kits that work with certain teams, and that pulls me in, because it makes me go, oh, why would they restrict that? And then you look at how powerful it is, like, holy crap, that's powerful as fuck. Like, I need to use this more often, you know, instead of just going, oh, you know, this new unit is part of the category, gets a boost. But, you know, I already have so many of these same units for, like, Realm of Gods that it's just, I'll just throw the same team together. I don't even need the unit.
It's one of the reasons why I never really understood why people shitted on Tech Hit and still shit on Tech Hit so much.
I know, right?
With Jiren, holy shit! Him and Jiren is a ridiculous tag team combo. Because if Jiren stuns when he shows up, Hit's gonna automatically start tearing shit up. Then if he gets another additional off, on top of just lowering attack and defense, he can do it again, hitting neutral damage, critting. And then Jiren comes in with the crit if it's already stunned. If he didn't stun it coming into the turn, if Hit stuns him, then Jiren's gonna crit.
Yeah.
That's not including Topo being on the rotation. So, you know what I mean? Shit's wild, but people don't necessarily always understand the combos. You have to worry about that utility. It ain't all about just hitting hard all the time.
Yeah, it's not all agile Gogeta, right?
Well,
Who
but here's
just
the thing,
literally slaps you.
Up until recently, I'd say within the last 18 to 24 months, the game was all about who can hit the hardest.
Yep.
That's all you ever
Yeah.
had to worry about. I mean,
And then you
now,
gotta go-
admittedly, we're at a point now where we have units that are hitting 7 million attack stats, and, you know, and it stopped
That's true.
mattering after about 2.5 million, because at about 2.5 million, you one-shot everything. Basically.
pretty much.
There's some harder events where that's not true. But there's only so much value you can get from a higher attack stat, right? Especially in a game design standpoint. So that's why we're seeing the shift to needing more defense and stuff. That's why we're seeing that. And that's just to keep the game fresh. But a lot of people don't follow it that closely, or they're like me and they're resistant to change because I'm old and that's what I do. So they're still focused on the harder hitters. You know, give me that 8 million attack stat. Give me that 26 million attack stat. I don't care if he gets hit like paper. Nothing's going to live through this attack until something does, and then you get hit like he's paper, and then you're dead.
And you're upset about it. And people crying on Twitter talking about, I thought this unit was great.
This
I
unit is
mean-
trash. You can't take a hit.
Man, this unit is trash, bro.
What's funny is, like, last year, and I'll credit me streaming Dokkan and learning how this, like, game actually works, because I would go for what dealt the most damage, you know. So I was in that category too. But thinking about it now and like streaming and watching like the different content creators and all that, it's so funny because it's like, God, old me would have never beat any SDR. Old me would have never beat LGE because I would just be like, I'm hitting for 5 billion, but MUI Goku keeps on killing me before I can even hit him.
There's an old YouTuber who played Dokkan who used to do that, who used to be all about numbers, didn't know shit about rotations. Something Vegeta, I think was his name, but didn't know shit about rotations and would just get units because they were quote unquote strong in the show. Final Flash Vegeta, yeah. And just get destroyed in Dokkan events. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen, bruh. Like, go back and watch. I think he still has his videos up on YouTube. Maybe. But shit was hilarious. But
I mean, there's still people who do dumb shit like that. Aptable.
Trevor's got to take his jabs.
You actually gave me an idea there earlier. You kind of sparked the thought. Since you said it kind of seems like they're going in the place of a new meta with placements of you have to pair this with this, or if this is on the team with any name, it'll have this boost. Mm-hmm. You also notice that some of these boss fights they've been doing have more little side effects than they used to. Like sometimes they lock you in place more often than not. Now you can't super at all, or they just straight up lower defense as soon as you pop up. Type shit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if these things start having shit where they specifically just don't get affected at all by
said units. Yeah,
because that was kind of how the meta started with Frieza, wasn't it? When the Super Saiyan 3 EZA popped up, and that Frieza was like the only way to do any kind of real serious damage is to have him as a leader in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to that degree later. But they're slowly doing it now rather than hitting you all at once.
All right, guys, we're an hour and 7 minutes in, and we've only covered the first two topics.
Yep.
I need to move us a little bit forward here. So we've got the event revamp for Battle of Gods. All of your stones got reset for this, guys. So you can go back through and do this for like another 18 stones, and then whatever's in the missions. I think it comes out to like 21 stones total for this.
Yeah.
You got Homeboy here, which can be awakened multiple times. By the way, this Goku right here, the R version, he no longer exists. So if you have him from like the old version of this event, hold on to him because he's cool as a collector's item.
He is cool.
Yeah, I forgot to grab him before I like.
Yeah, me too.
Saw it go away. I already did the original farm for the Goku, but I forgot to put that Goku in.
Yep. So this is the unit from this event. This is at his max awakening. He's a Super Saiyan Goku, Realm of Gods category, Ki +3, stats 40%, or Tech and Int units, Ki 2, stats 30%. Nobody's using this guy for his leader skill. He causes supreme damage with a medium chance of stunning the enemy, which his medium chance is a 30% chance to stun for 2 turns. That's not terrible. Divine Experience passive skill recovers 10% hit points and attack and defense plus 59% at the start of the turn. Second part of the passive is plus an additional attack plus 59% with 5 or more key spheres obtained. Third part of his passive, plus an additional attack and defense plus 59% when there is a Realm of Gods category enemy. Again, we're seeing that where you have to have a specific enemy or a specific ally on your team. He's got Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Kamehameha, All in the Family, Shocking Speed, and Shattering the Limit as Link skills, and his categories are Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, and Kamehameha. Obviously, he could be used to raise the super attack of any Super Saiyan Goku, so that's really nice. There's better Super Saiyan Gokus to farm for that.
Definitely better.
But this right here is where it really becomes a valuable unit. This is after his first awakening. This was technically be his second awakening if you had him at the R version. But anyway, so when you get this guy to Super Saiyan God, he can farm up the super attack of the LRUI, because LRUI starts as Super Saiyan God.
Thanks.
This is the first Super Saiyan God Goku that we've had that's farmable. So if you guys have a lot of these red-haired stepchildren in your box, go ahead and farm up a few more to beat them together. So what do you guys think about the revamp of the event? What do you guys think about the revamp of this particular unit?
Honestly, the only thing that I'm super hype about is having another Super Saiyan farm, which you could just use SSR Super Saiyan Goku, and 2, having a God Goku farm now, so that I can get all my box taken care of. That's otherwise everything else in this event is not too great. It's all just int training item central. So, like, you could get a bunch of the int swords if you're running low on those, but there are better farms for that, in my opinion.
I mean, for me, more stones.
More stones, yep.
Yep, and obviously farming God Qs, because I still have like one I need to do this. So that's gonna be good for that. Because I already put ties in UI Goku, I would not be ready.
I guess I'm the odd one out and actually care about the unit.
The unit.
I like him. This is, in my opinion, the first real Super Saiyan Goku in the Realm of Gods category. The transforming one is, but he only stays Super Saiyan for the one turn and then eventually gets to Super Saiyan Blue. So I don't count him. He's kind of on his own thing, but this guy stays a Super Saiyan. So he's the first Super Saiyan. He's the Super Saiyan Goku for Realm of Gods. I think it's cool. Opens up more team building options. I think he's a decent unit. I was watching Jay Fanta when he first came out about like what he can like max attack stat and stuff he can get. He can get like 1.3 mil, with the right. And that's with the shitty free to play lead. So if you have like Beerus lead, he could probably hit close to 2 maybe, which would be really good. I mean, especially for a free to play, and that's a pretty decent unit. I don't like his links, unfortunately. I wish he had. So I mean, still technically he's got the Super Saiyan God in him still, right, in the scene. So he should have godly power. Like that would have made him so much better if he would have had that instead of like all in the family. Like that could have taken that off. But anyways, I think he's good. He's got a lot of key links, which is cool. 3, which is nuts. So yeah, I mean, he's just good. I think he'll probably be a floater on a lot of teams if you were going to be real, but I like him. I think he's good. I like the stones that you get for the event, obviously. I like him. I'm really excited to get to awaken him, put him on some teams, try and figure it out. So yeah. No thoughts on that? Just fuck Trevor. We're gonna move on.
No. Sorry, I was typing in chat. No, you make really good points, especially the fact that this is a Super Saiyan that is on Realm of Gods. And then we also have, if you go back and look at him, it's a Realm of God, or it's a God Saiyan that's on Super Saiyans. So they do allow you to have some bench flexibility, I guess, to steal a Habo high turn. But usually I'm the guy who's like, oh my god, free-to-play units are awesome. This guy's a decent free-to-play unit, but he doesn't trip my trigger.
No, he's just good. He's not like like the exchange Goku and go on, right? That's obviously like a staple unit on a lot of teams now. He's so good, right? Like he's not that level, obviously, but I think especially for free-to-play players, like he's good. Like he's got the plus and additional, which you love to see. Anyway, so which fuck you, Wiki, for not saying how high that actually goes. Like you'll do it on Dokkenfest exclusive units, but you won't do it on the free-to-play. Okay, I see where you stand. But if you want to math that, I'll math it later. Or Levi is in the chat; he can probably math it real quick. Yeah, I mean he's good. He's not mind-blowing, but I'm happy to see him.
He's not broken by any means, that's for sure, but he's definitely a good unit to have in both a Super Saiyan and a Realm of Gods team. Like, he does really well. His kit is semi-unique, not like the most unique one out there, but the fact that he could heal 10% HP on top of, his damage and defense buffs, especially with the 5+ key, like, he's good. Like, there's no denying this unit isn't good. I'm in the same boat with Alec to where, like, compared to the recent free-to-plays that we have been getting, like, he's definitely not topping them. But I feel like he's a staple in some free-to-play teams. Like, he's definitely one of those ones that you'll be able to have and be, be able to actually, use him in a good way. So.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next big thing. And that's our boy Krillin. How long? How long before this unit was announced on JP was I crying for this unit on this show? Wasn't very long because he got announced in April. We started the show in January, at the end of January. But you get my meaning. Before I even started this show, I was saying we needed an LR Krillin.
Yeah, that's true.
I am right up there with D-Free as probably one of the biggest Krillin fans, like, in the community. I think Krillin is the best character across the entire franchise. Like, no matter what the odds are, no matter, how the chips are stacked against him, this midget is right here with all of his friends kicking it. Like, oh yeah, Cell, you're way, way stronger than I am, but I'm going to get in your way because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to do my job and help protect people, even if I can't do it myself.
Yep. I feel you.
Even if I couldn't do it myself, I'm there to help my friends, And then people want to talk about Goku being a bad dad, Vegeta being a good dad. There's no drama when it comes to Krillin. Krillin is best dad. He's best dad. He's best husband. He's got best waifu. I mean, like, Krillin is the shit in this series, and nobody gives him anything but shit.
Yep.
No, Krillin is definitely one of those role model characters, and it's been past due for him. He should have had this a long time ago.
I guess I'll throw my piece when we get to the actual card, but I think that it's well deserved as well.
All right. So covering Krillin's LR here, we've got Earthlings, which is a new category for us. Ki +4, stats 150. He raises his attack infinitely on his 12 Ki at a rate of 30%. Causes colossal damage to all enemies with a medium chance of stunning them. With his 18 Ki, he raises his attack and defense by 20% and causes mega colossal damage to a single enemy. Courage and Adversity is his passive skill. Ki +3, defense 30,000. Next part is attack plus 20,000 when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack 20,000 if it's an ultra super attack. Next part, plus an additional Ki +3 when facing only one enemy. Next part, attack plus 10,000 at the start of a turn per existing enemy when facing 2 or more enemies. Count starts from the second enemy, and launches an additional super attack when facing 6 or more enemies. Basically, my boy's a world tournament buster. He's just the wrong color for it.
Yeah, literally, if you don't look at 1, his super attack, and 2, his passive, and say that he is not a world tournament card, you're out of your mind. The fact that you can not only raise attack, first off, it's an infinite attack stacker. You're attacking all enemies, medium chance of stun, which is 30%, which is very, very good in of itself for basically a free to play unit. And then on top of that, you get you pointed this out to me, Alec, and I'm glad that you did. Launches an additional super when facing 6 or more enemies. This is built for World Tournament. This is the one where it makes farming World Tournament so much easier. It's like autopilot mode at this point with this card.
Yeah, it's I ended up going, I want to say I did 8-15-3 on mine. 8 additional, 15 crit, 3 dodge. Just because he really doesn't need the additional.
He does.
Yeah.
For what I'm going to end up using him for, which is World Tournament, he doesn't need the additional because he's guaranteed. So long as there are 6 enemies on the board, he's going to get that second super, and that second super is going to be an AOE. So.
Yep.
Exactly. This unit is literally a god when it comes to World Tournament.
I will throw out my why are we still making units that have number stats like that? Why base increases? Why is that still a thing?
Because
why not just
units.
lower the? Yeah, but as we just saw, a free to play unit that has percentages, and
right,
plus additional percentages, which is even better, right?
Prime battle units have always done this, though.
Yeah, I know, but we're in a different. That's old. That's old Dokkan. We don't live in that world anymore. This now makes. It's just dumb. Like, just make it whatever the appropriate percentage would be. You know, like if the percentage is for 30,000 is 20% or whatever, or 50%. I don't know what the exact. I don't know what it would be, but why not just make it that? Like that makes the unit better. It makes the leader skill matter more. It makes the support better for the unit. It makes everything about him better. So why not? Why are we still living in 2015 Dokkan? This doesn't make any sense to me. You know,
That's old Dokkan. This is a new Dokkan world.
yeah, we don't. Units have not released with base increases like this for years now. Like this doesn't make any sense to me. You know, easy A's are the point to get rid of this. Like for older units, they don't want this anymore. They obviously have been trying their damnedest to make this not a thing anymore. You know, to take away the base stat increases because it's dumb, and then they release units that still have them anyway. And especially which LR Nappa and Vegeta aren't out yet, but they have. He has both. He has percent increases and base stat increases on his passive, and that doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't understand.
All right. So let's compare 2016 Dokkan to 2020 Dokkan with flat passives. Okay.
Okay.
Our first ever Prime Battle LR. His passive skill is attack plus 10,000, defense plus 3,000 with facing only one enemy.
Yeah.
Let's compare that to 2020 where it's a frickin' novel. Key plus 3
true.
attack and defense plus 30,000. Attack plus 20,000 when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack plus 20,000 if it's an ultra super attack. Yeah, they're still flat numbers, but they are much bigger flat numbers with a lot more stuff involved in their passive. That's how they're still using the flat numbers to keep these unit relevant, but without making them too powerful. Because even a 40% increase when you're talking about LR stats is a lot.
For free to play, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind it for free to play. I understand where you're coming from. Like, if they were to put this crap on a new LR, I would fucking flip. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The LR Nappa and Vegeta aren't free to play, and they have a base stat increase.
do they?
That's what. Yes.
I haven't even looked at the unit. Give me a second.
Okay, they have percentage for their main stats, right? For their like initial attack and defense and stuff. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm just going off memory. But off their like multiple enemies or something, they have. It goes back down to like 7,900 or something, like 7,900 or something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but
Okay,
yeah, they
attack
get that
defense,
every
78%. Key
Yeah.
plus 5 when hit points 78% or more, plus an additional attack 78% within the same turn after evading attack, plus an additional attack and defense, plus 7,800 per existing
Yes.
enemy.
That's what I'm telling you. It's weird. It doesn't
It
make
is.
any
It's
sense.
very weird.
Yes.
It's weird.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird, man. Scoob, it's weird.
Late Scoob.
Rubbery.
I know. It's just. I don't know, man. It's just pick it. You know, like don't quit going back and forth. Just pick what you want the game to be. You want it to be base stat? Fine. Make them all base stat. Make the new LR. Make like Dokkan Fest exclusive say 100,000 or something if you want to do it that way. Whatever. Just make the game appropriate. Why you gotta fuck with math with this, right?
You know
This
what?
makes math stupid.
I'm gonna be honest. That's like one of the big reasons why I really like Dokkan over a lot of other mobile games. Because there's a lot of like thinking about a lot of that stuff, like with numbers and shit, and exactly how.
Yeah, but
shit feels.
80% of the community doesn't even give a
I
shit.
know. No, I know. But for someone who enjoys Dokkan because I enjoy Dragon Ball, and obviously as we get older, you're gonna end up looking at this shit differently anyway. And you're gonna end up finding different things out of it that's gonna, bring you joy out of the game and the franchise as a whole.
Well, yeah.
And like that's one of the things I like about it over any of the other ones is because you can get so in depth with your team composition and builds.
Oh man, yeah, I love that.
Exactly how to do shit, even with the potential system.
Yeah, you can literally make the game whatever you want it to be. Whatever you want. You know, if you want to be a try-hard optimal bro, that's an option. If you want to be purely free to play, you can do that. If you want to be a whale like Ty, you can do that. If you want to,
Attacked.
yeah, if you want to be a crazy stupid team builder like me and Alec, then you can do that. You know.
And we're probably going to get even more customization with those slots for specific.
Oh, the equipment and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh my
equipment.
god, that shit's gonna get crazy, dude. My team builders are gonna be nuts. It's just and going back to it, Krillin is still he still slaps. I mean, I've seen videos with Jay Fanta and stuff. He still hits like 3 million. It's okay. Like he's still good. And so that's not the point. It's just I just don't get it.
I'll follow him up before his event leaves, but I'm glad he finally got an LR. Honestly, and I heard what you were saying while I was away. He is the merchant character, and by that I mean he may not be the hero, but he's always there to provide the heroes what they need at just that opportune time.
Right on. He's always
that
got his
extra
friends'
little
backs,
boost.
no matter the risk.
And he clearly is outnumbered, and they bring that up in Super, which is one of the reasons why I love Super for that. They bring that up, that he's always been outnumbered, and he's terrified every single time. But he does it because his friends are all powerful. So why the fuck would he not support his boys?
I'm gonna do my best.
I'm not like you, Goku. I'm a terrible Krillin voice actor.
I'm
Don't
gonna
make me
fight
ever
you,
do it.
Goku,
I
and you're
swear to God,
gonna feel my power.
I thought that was some Team 4-star shit.
I practiced my Krillin. It's all good. So
I love Team 4 Stars voiceovers.
Yeah, Team 4-star has some great voices.
Yeah. They
hashtag bring Ghost Nappa as a card, please.
Oh, Lord. They probably would for April Fools. Who knows? Like if you put up enough stink, either Ghost Nappa or Farmer with a shotgun. Both
We
of those
absolutely
things.
needed a Ghost Nappa. And his super attack would be, "Hey Vegeta, I'm gonna haunt you."
Or it just be him saying Vegeta over until your head explodes.
Vegeta, Vegeta.
So, but yeah, no. Back to Krillin. Like, I'm happy. They not only gave Krillin the LR that he respectfully deserved, but they made it good, and they made him a staple. Like, you need to use him. And now it's also kind of changed in a sense, a little bit of the meta for World Tournament. Like not such a big degree where you're not going to use Broly, but full power team is going to take over because this Krillin falls in full power.
Yep.
Like, and that only makes the full power team so crazy. It's like you look at the units and you see 2 Brolys or 3 Brolys, two Brolys. One interchangeable, which is the STR LR and the STR EZA. Like, you can use either one. Then you obviously have the physical movie boss Broly. And then you kind of look, and then there's this scrawny midget Earthling that just freaking dominates.
It's right where he belongs.
Exactly, right where he belongs. He deserves this. Thank you, Akatsuki, for finally doing this. Finally.
And I mean, and he still gets to be pretty decent with one enemy, right? Like he gives himself key. He still gets most of his buff, right, from just existing. So you can still run him on normal teams.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and in that case, you'll be shooting for his 18 key.
Yep.
Because it raises his attack and defense, especially on longer events. But it is designed to hit a single enemy.
Yeah, good fucking luck getting key though.
Yeah.
Shattering. Oh god.
Shattering the limit is all he has, isn't it?
He has best buddies
courage
and
best buddies. What does best buddies give us? Not a lot to
Don't
work
even
with.
click it. Don't click it.
Wait, the fuck is best buddy?
What the fuck?
It's just Krillin.
It's a whole bunch of Krillins and like 2 Gokus, and they're bad Gokus.
That's it. That's the best buddy.
That's terrible.
That's it.
That's trash, dog. Why
at
would
least
you
courage.
do that?
At least courage gives you some options.
Yeah, Courage has
That's
other.
trash, dog.
Well, I mean, so even with that, it's not going to be too hard to get key. At least from what I think, he's still going to get key pretty easily.
Well, if you use him as
automatic.
he gets a 4 from himself.
Well, no, and his passive skill too. Like, think about it. If you're, let's say you're using a full power, you're using a full power team for World Tournament. You already get key +3 there, plus another key +3 because of his passive. So he's already got 6. It's not hard to get 6 key.
Well, that's just to hit the 12. We're
it's
talking about
not
getting the 18.
easy. Yeah, we're talking about getting to 18 if you're running him on a normal team with one enemy.
Oh, if you're, oh yeah, then yeah, you're.
The 18 is going to be the tough one.
The 18's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's a little rough, but even at the same time, like
Yeah, I mean, I could do some more team. I haven't really thought about teams to put him on, actually, which is kind of mind blowing. He's been out for 6 months, and I haven't even pondered it yet. I'll work with it. I'm sure you can throw some support units in there, and
I mean, you've got some options like Christian says in chat. There's only 2 categories, full power and Earthlings, so that really limits his flexibility as far as the category goes.
Oh.
But don't forget, you can throw him on a super team. You can throw him on an all types team. You can throw him on a physical team. I mean, there are additional options for using this character outside of categories.
Yeah. Everyone always goes to the categories, but and they always want to go with category leads to make teams, which we all, I mean, at least me, I mean, and everybody here on the podcast for sure knows that you don't have to make a category team with the category lead, you know? Like, dude, obviously.
I think it was Transformation Boost, Super Battle Road using a Kamehameha team.
I used Trunks. I used Tech Trunks to beat Transformation Boost.
Right on.
So, yeah.
Unintentional flex by Alec because he has LR Gohan. So
oh, it's intentional. Yeah, it's intentional. Don't worry.
Hey, you know what? If we wanted the intentional flex, we could talk about my Rainbow SS4 Vegeta. Oh, look at my bicep flex on that one.
Oh god, very good.
like seriously, if I wanted to flex, I could, but I'm not a flexer. I speak what is the truth. I used that team. I'm sorry if people don't have the unit, but that's the team.
I'm just better.
Oh no, it's the
no,
fact,
I'm not
like,
better.
He's like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm just speaking the truth, boys. Shit, I'm better than you.
I'm sorry. I didn't actually beat Transformation Boost with Kamehameha. I actually did it with Goku's family. Yeah, that's what I did. No. Anyway, moving on. All right. So we've covered Krillin. Covered that. So the last thing that's somewhat newish is we've got the 20th Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, and it's not really that new. It's exactly what we've been doing before, just with different colors.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Which is fine.
Yep, it's totally fine.
Is Bobbity Intellect again or no?
No, Bobbity's physical.
Okay, that's fine. I can still work with that. As long as I can use Vegeta Blue.
I tell you what, this fat bastard right here. Boo. He shut me down. He shut me down hard.
He just shut me down.
You're shutting me down.
I can't beat him, dude. Can't. I've tried it like 5 different times. I can't. I get all the way to him. I can't beat it.
Wait, who hit you, Boo?
Agility Boo.
Yeah, he beat.
Agility Boo.
He's evil.
Wait, why can't you beat Agility Boo?
He heals. He recovers 2 million hit points every turn. He randomly changes key spheres into candy spheres, and he has to be defeated with a super attack.
I use my extreme tech team and beat his ass.
My extreme tech sucks. My super tech sucks. All of my tech sucks.
Dude. I don't even have a super tech lead. Like I have to use like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like I just have like a 100% lead.
I thought you were a whale.
Me?
No, that's Tystra.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the whale.
Okay.
I'm the whale of the group.
I'm like a gecko.
You're like a gecko. It's like I'm not even a minnow. I'm not even in the water, people.
Yeah. I just use like the slight moist from the air. You know?
A swift breeze. A
Gecko.
swift breeze from the lake. Not even the ocean, just a swift breeze from the lake.
Yep.
Okay, so we've also got the return. We'll cover returning events here really quick. We're just going to breeze through these. We're not going to like give our opinions on these because these are all things that have been here a million times. We've got the strongest rivals, which should have been here because Cooler was supposed to be in the banner. Farm up Cooler, farm up medals. You can farm up some, what are these? Sensu beans. Other than that, nothing really super fantastic in this event. The next one we've got is the return of the Great Nipples. I mean, the Pontus. My bad.
Hell yeah.
Great nipples.
He's got some nice ass nipples.
Make sure you guys get your cosmically acclaimed sweets because there are Kais that you can buy with that. Plus, awakening medals for Beerus and crap like that. But it's the Kais. We all know it's the Kais. You can buy up to 4 of them. Get on it. Curse of the Blood Rubies, Sleeping Princess at Devil's Castle, Mystical Adventure. We've talked about these the last couple of weeks, but there are, again, an LR we can farm out of here. There's medals or training items you can farm out that are not that great. The Blood Rubies will get you some Kais. The Sleeping Princess will get you some Kais and some story keys. And then the Ran will also get you some Kais and some story keys.
And don't forget about your girl Pasta.
Oh yes, and Pasta. Pasta's actually not bad.
She's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
she's a decent free to play.
Where was that? It's this one. Yeah, Pasta's not terrible. She does have the medium chance of evading. Attacked enemies defense 80%, minus 80% for 2 turns. Medium chance of stunning attacked enemy for 2 turns. Her link are crap, but if you put her on a Dragon Ball team or you put her on a Peppy Gals team, she's going to perform pretty well.
Yep.
So don't forget her. She's decent as a free-to-play unit.
Team building options.
By the way, all of the these events, the Curse of the Blood Rubies and all that jazz, those leave on the 14th, which is like 5 days from now. So if you haven't done the farms for these, get those done. And I think this puts us into the upcoming events. Yeah.
Wow.
You guys have any thoughts on those returning events that are leaving soon before we move on to the upcoming events?
Get the Kais as soon as possible. Otherwise, that's it.
So here's what you gotta do. You gotta grind for LR Goku and Arale. You have to grind it again to get his SA-20. You gotta grind him again to get his Tur. You're welcome.
Dude, I don't even have the TUR of that, and I farm everything.
I know. I'm grinding the Tur right now.
Dude.
I did that before. That's what I did earlier.
I did the team building.
You're sitting there. You're sitting there. Is he really that? Well, no,
he's okay.
He's a good unit. No, he's not bad.
He changes spheres. He still seals on super attack. He gets key when he picks up orbs. And his links are pretty much the same. It's just Goku though.
Sweet. So jumping into what's coming up, this is next week. We're getting, I believe it's on, when does that come out? The 15th. So technically
Finally.
The 14th. So in 5 days.
Yeah. It can't come.
Do what?
Can't come any faster. I need
Right.
it right now.
So we're getting the Int SSB Vegeta EZA. This is a normal EZA, so you'll get your orbs, you get your Kais, you get your medals, all that fun shit.
He deserves it.
Don't have the link for the unit. Oh yeah, we weren't going to talk about the unit this week.
We're not talking about the unit.
Right, we're talking about the unit next week. We'll go over his details like we normally do after the unit has come out, really dig into it. But keep in mind that it is Bond and Master of Disciple. So you'll probably want to use this guy as your lead.
Yeah, the physical Goku.
Because he'll have type advantage, unless you have future Gohan, and then go ahead and rock him, but you'll definitely want this Goku on your team.
I love that I'm not even looking at your screen, yet I know who you're talking about.
But we're going to completely just, like, this guy will completely wreck the event.
Oh yeah, single-handedly.
Oh yeah, he's going to carry you through the entire thing.
Oh, yeah. Easy claps. If you don't have him, have fun.
Easy clap.
Now, all I will say about this Vegeta is he has one of my favorite super attacks in the game, where he just pummels you into the ground. I love pummel units, like where Cooler slams your face into the side of the cliff, or and like slams you into the ground and throws you. And when Broly slams your face into the side of the mountain, I just love those. It's like brutal, And just Vegeta just fucking punches you into the ground, just keeps punching you. Oh man, it's awesome.
I still think one of my favorites is, and I know he's still a sore spot in this community, so don't flame me, but Strength Coolers. When he shoves the guy into the mountain, slams him to the ground, the planting of the dumbass tree.
Yeah, that was good.
I love the planting of the dumbass tree. So, but yeah, so the Vegeta event is just going to be a normal thing. Prop, you got any thoughts on that Vegeta? Or the event, at least?
No, not really.
Yeah, it's just an easy A. At this point, they're pretty standard.
I don't use him anyway much. I mean, he has a really good super attack, and I wouldn't be surprised if they revamp him and make a new one soon. But I just don't use him very much because he's the same as the SSB. He has the same name as the SSB Evolving one, and he has the same name as the one that changes orbs. So if I have the option to run either of those two, usually I use them. But it's going to be good for stones, though.
So for
Yeah, we'll
those of
talk
you who are
more about-
watching the program and not just listening to it, here's your sneak peek. I'm not going to read any of this, but there's your sneak peek at what he does.
Dude,
All right,
he's so good.
sneak peek is over.
Here's the thing for me is that unit is actually like, I've had a lot of fun with that unit. So
Dude.
like for me, I've never had problems with the unit. So seeing that he got an easy A, I was like, sweet. That's another unit that I actually like.
I just never really used them too much.
I use him, you know, because when I found out his Easy A was coming out, I started testing him and stuff, and I 100% approve, like use him more than the AGL one.
It probably will make me use him more. A lot of that easy aid for these units has definitely made me want to go back and use them.
It's just the, I don't know, like he's just good, man. He slaps. He's got a good defense. I mean, we'll talk about it next week, but
Yep. All right, so returning events coming next week. We've got the Battle of Gods and Majin. There are farmable Supreme Kai and a West Supreme Kai available from this one. They can be used for super attacks. They're also decent units in and of their own right. There's some.
who are you farming super attacks for? So it's Supreme Kai.
With this Supreme Kai, there's an int one.
Yeah, but he's an SR.
Who cares? Farm a
Right?
super attack anyway. Get it done. Then you can use all those SRs for Baba points. Think ahead, man. Think ahead. Dokkan responsibly.
Exactly.
I mean, I think the Supreme Kai is just he's a good unit anyway.
He is. He's a solid unit. He's a very good
Oh,
unit. The strength West Supreme Kai, she's okay, but she's much better used for super attack fodder on the agility one.
God, when is she gonna get an awakening?
Never.
Please happen.
I just pulled her from the Beerus banner.
God, she's so good. She's gonna be she's gonna be broken when she gets an awakening. Oh my God, it's gonna be stupid.
She'll be a solid support unit for sure.
I thought she would have with the bullshit.
And then I guess you can also like farm up some stuff here, but it's not that great. As far as medals, you really only need 7 of each medal for the one unit, so there's not a whole lot to do with this event other than super attack farming and farming the actual unit itself.
Yep, more free to play options. Nothing crazy.
Return a copy Vegeta. Again,
Yes.
keep in mind you can farm up 2 different versions because the base form is duplicate Vegeta and the awakened version is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So different names, so you can run them both if you want to. They're not terrible units. They're not phenomenal, but they're not terrible.
The awakened one is really good.
Yeah, I like him on artificial life forms because my mono agility extreme artificial life forms team is just like, ha ha ha, I'm lowering your attack, you can't touch me.
Yeah.
that team is ridiculous.
Isn't it
Yeah.
though?
Nerfed.
Our boy Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, you can farm him up. He's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not terrible.
I know I just spoke high of free to play units, but man, I really don't like him.
Yeah, he's not up there in that list. We don't include him in the viable units.
It's just SA fodder for the tech and his Super Saiyan 3 rotating.
Pretty much.
And
Ain't it wild they released him after they done already had these SSJ3s out for forever, so it's kind of pointless.
Kind of
Yeah,
pointless.
right.
It's great for new
Yeah.
players,
Yeah, great for new players.
or for people like me who still don't have a physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks.
Wait, what?
Like, because someday I'll get it. You guys got to remember, my account's not even a year old right now.
Oh, okay.
I got him 3 dupes and oh my God.
I'm at I think today's day 333.
If it makes you feel any better, I just pulled my first copy of Super Saiyan 3 Tech Gotenks, I don't even know, I think it was on God UI Goku's banner as a unfeatured SOR.
To be fair, I know that feel because I can't tell you how long I went without getting single copy of AGL Vegito, physical Super Vegito, or the Int Gogeta. I just got my first dupe of him. I've been playing since 6 months into this game's release. So I've been playing for a long time and I just got a dupe of that dude.
Yeah. I mean, RNG is a real thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real.
It really is.
So, Also, make sure you guys get your superhuman water seal keys. Again,
Yep.
you can get up to 4 Kais. You need these medals for if you're doing the Vegeta, the copy Vegeta. If you need Zenny, there's these. If you need swords, there's these. There's a lot of stuff that's in here that's decent. These Beerus planets aren't terrible.
Yep.
The return of perhaps one of the best events for farming
yeah.
stuff. You got your Android 8s, you've got your training locations, you've got some training items amongst all the various different colors except for agility, I believe. Anyway, we've got some awakening medals and statues you can farm up there. You've got the Bulma support item you can farm there, not to mention the amazing 17 and 18 free-to-play units that come off of this event. They are also super attack fodder for any 17 and 18 future units.
There's only other ones.
Yeah, I don't keep track of how many there are. I just know that there's other ones.
18. No, physical 17. Agile 18.
Yep. And then, of course, we've got this future Gohan, which awakens into a Super Saiyan future Gohan, which means every future Gohan in the game is farmable as far as super attack is concerned. And then we've got this Trunks, who awakens again like 3-4 times, and then he also has an Extreme Z awakening through an Extreme Z area. So, you know,
He's pretty good.
Yep. And by the way, that's coming back as well, the Extreme Z area. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that anytime this event comes back with future Trunks, we're going to get this ECA back as well.
Oh.
It just makes sense.
Every time.
Yep. And
Go ahead.
no, yeah, go on. I was about to. I don't know why I was gonna do your job. Continue.
All right, and then for some reason, and I hope y'all can explain this to me. According to the wiki, the Prime Battle Cell event is coming back.
Yeah,
Didn't we already have the campaign for this?
Yeah, we just had the campaign.
So, like, let me double
I
check
assume it's
just to be sure.
That's what I imagine.
But yeah, it's listed as coming back on the
It
14th.
is coming back.
So, I guess I just don't understand why. There's nothing in this event that any other unit needs. It just seems like a strange thing to be like, okay, we're just going to bring this back full time for a little while.
Maybe because it's just
Oh,
so
June- June said that it's the cell medals are for the tech support cells TUR.
Oh,
That makes sense.
There you go.
Wait, hold
Get-
on.
oh, there
learn.
he is. There he is. Yep, you need 7 of them. Okay, so that does make sense because we're getting the tech banner.
Oh, I didn't know that they.
Yep,
started
I didn't know
doing
that either.
that.
So, good on
That's
you guys.
swag,
Way to
bro.
go, chat. Explain things to this old man.
That's actually pretty cool that they utilize these events outside of just the Pride battles.
Yeah, you would think that they would, for a lot of these units, they would just dump them in, or have they previously dumped them into other events? I don't know.
I swear that I swear there was a Frieza that I needed Frieza medals for. Maybe not.
You might
Ah,
actually,
I don't remember.
full power Frieza?
I don't think he. Well,
The physical one?
Apparently you need, for LR Bardock, you need Frieza medals. What?
what?
This is a unit I've never pulled, guys, so I didn't know this either. That's insane. Now we're going to go back through really quick. We're going to get distracted and go look at all the Prime Battle events to see if there's any other units that need this.
Yeah.
So, yep. Intelligence Goku, he needs them.
Wait, which intelligence Goku?
The stunning one, Super Saiyan.
Oh gosh.
Wakens into this guy.
Yeah.
Alright. And then, what? I'm missing the Vegeta one and the Trunks one.
Went from not getting sidetracked to getting sidetracked.
Oh yeah, totally getting sidetracked. So Trunks is fine. He doesn't have any additional ones. Like this totally just blew my mind because I don't have a lot of these units, so I didn't know that there were other things that were required from these events. I thought once you farmed up the Prime Battle units, you were done. And you are on a couple of these. But damn, that's pretty cool. Learn something new every day, guys.
You love
Primary learning with the Dokkan Global Gang podcast.
All right, so y'all be wondering like why some of these units are up here, because if you look in game, these 2 units right here are listed as, or are shown on the art for the weekend banner. Wait, are these units different?
What do you mean different?
Between Global and JP, this guy is different.
The Kaioken Goku, that makes sense. But let me pull it up.
Okay, so it looks like it's his passive changes. So on Global, his passive is Ki +2, attack 80% when hit points 50% or above. On JP, he's Ki +3, attack plus 100% when hit points are 30% or above. Rare chance to evade enemies' attack, including super attack. He's like a freaking completely different unit.
Yeah, look at him when he awakens. He's even better.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Holy
I knew
crap.
it because that whole event is like that. With PyCon, the JP PyCon is significantly better than the STR one.
Really?
You know? Yeah, because okay, so like if we I don't have PyCon in front of me, but I know what strength PyCon does. He has attack plus 80% and defense enemies defense minus 50, right? The JP version has attack plus 100% and defense minus 50. So it's not a huge change, but his links are different too. So he has better links than this STR one as well.
That's ridiculous. I hate
Which,
that.
by the way, for JP he's on last resort. So never mind. I was about to be like, oh, his category
They're
changed.
different colors too, but
Yeah, they're different colors.
The
Yeah.
PR ones in.
Yeah, so that could be a change. But yeah, this whole event's like that. It's weird.
that is so strange. I've never noticed that before. Like we're all talking about how cool our physical Goku Black is compared to JP's. JP's got some pretty cool units that are better than ours.
Their Angel Cell was actually good. Their version of theirs, because I think he infinitely stacked defense or something like that.
You're talking about the AGL one, the other World Warriors one?
Yep.
Yep, yeah, that's true. He is better. Which sucks because I really like that cell. And I wish I had.
They still have
He's an infinite defense stacker?
He's way better, yeah.
He's way better than Jake.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, every unit from this event is like that.
Okay.
Like,
Because
the
it's
Sorry,
cell
go
from
ahead.
that,
cheaper to get
like
this.
that icon.
This was the first thing for us at the time, so it took JP forever to get it. And it seemed like they weren't ever gonna get this shit. The same way we got Dragon Ball Heroes stuff,
Like 4 years
they
later.
didn't think they were gonna get that at all. Granted, like it was like a year or two, so by the time they got them, they were already outdated. So they had to change what they did.
I wish they would have just given them some sort of an awakening then, so that way we could have gotten it. But I understand why they did it. They've done it several times for us compared to JP. They've given us improvements of units. So it's really not a global shaft, but it does lend to my personal thought that these are two different games.
Yeah.
Like, they have very similar things, they're similar concepts, but they are made by two different teams. They are two different games. So that really, to me, just kills the whole conversation of global shaft. It's not a global shaft. It's a different game.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that.
Yeah,
So.
honestly.
I really wish I had this Kaioken Angel Goku on my JP card.
Outside of just like guesstimating what drops where to save stones off the shit that you know that's coming, it's pretty much a different one.
Huh.
Oh man, dude, Ki +4,
I'm
attack
fine
plus
with
120. No restrictions behind that. You don't have to be on low HP, and you get a chance to evade. Oh, man. God, I want him. I need him.
Okay, so really quickly, guys, before we move on to our group discussion with you guys, I wanted to bring up the merch store. With the launch of the new Global Gang Podcast Twitch channel, actually, I think I have a command for that. 1 second.
Un momento, por favor.
Right there. So on June 30th, we're having our big 5-year hype show. It's also the launch of the new Global Gang Podcast Twitch. Please go join. We'd like to try to hit 500 by then. It's a huge goal. Likely not going to hit it, but every one of you that clicks that button moves us one step closer. But with that, we're also going to retire all of the images for our merchandise that Trevor has made up, which means we're also going to make new merchandise at some point moving forward.
Yep.
So if you guys
So if
want...
you-
Oh, go ahead, Trevor.
Yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, if you want the image that it is now, it's only going to be here for, not even a month. So you better hurry the fuck up and get it.
We do have to get the Global Gang podcast coffee mugs for each of us, so now we could do like.
I already bought 2.
Yeah, me now. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alex
got.
has bought 3 of them now.
I just got to get that.
I haven't
gotta
bought 3.
get the mouse pad. I actually.
You're right. Your mom bought one.
My mom bought 1, and then I bought 2. Yep.
I honestly might get a couple to do special stuff. So.
Ooh, special stuff.
Yeah.
So-
mm.
But yeah, guys. So you can get Trevor's Super Boo. I love this splatter design, dude. We might have to come up with something similar in the new set too. I don't know. There is my Cumber. Good
I
stuff.
like the color scheme of the Cumber splatter.
I do think the colors of Cumber ended up looking the best, but I actually like your shirt a lot, Ty.
My shirt's pretty dope. I got two shirts.
Yeah, because one was printed lower. Yeah, I have 2 of my
Yeah.
boos too.
Yep. And then of course we've got the mouse pad. Where's JMO hiding on it? JMO is the one who has 2 different versions, and one of them's on discount because he hasn't bought it yet. So if you guys like this blue splatter, it's only $15 instead of $19.50. So get on it, because once JMO finally gets around to buying his copy, that's going up to $19.50. My guess is it's going to go away before JMO buys it.
I assume probably.
I might just-
I'll keep it open for it.
I do enjoy this one though.
The red splatter's really good, and it matches really well with the chest hair,
Yep.
which is something that you would think wouldn't be an actual conversation, but it actually is.
If these people think we don't talk about things like chest hair when we're not on the air, they don't fucking know us.
You don't even know the conversations we have.
But I did want to bring that up, guys, that the merch is going to be going away sometime in the next 3-4 weeks, something like that. So if you are interested in grabbing that, just hop over there, grab it now. Let me get a link up. Yeah, there's the Global Gang Podcast link tree. Links to the merch is in there. I believe links to the new Twitch channel are on there as well. Links to all 4 of us are on there. But let's move on to having a conversation with you guys.
Conversation with.
It's
So-
conversation time.
The originally planned discussion topic was around stickers. And we are going to talk about stickers. But we'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about Global Shaft.
Oh, we're really gonna talk about that? I thought we were gonna.
No, I've like throughout the course of this episode, like I've been considering it, because at the beginning I said we're not gonna do this, because I felt like I was gonna go off. I'm pretty sure I've calmed down enough to actually have this conversation, since I've vented most of my bullshit before this. I hate the term Global Shaft. I don't think that's a secret to anybody on this show or anybody in the audience that has been here for more than one episode. Again, I do understand the viewpoint of people being upset that Cooler wasn't on this banner, but it is in no way, shape, or form a shaft.
No.
The games have always been different. Banners off and on throughout the history of the game have changed. The only way this is a global shaft is if he never comes back. Like, if he never came in the first place. A shaft is literally not giving us something that they have. Not because it's not on your time frame. But like, I don't know. Am I just being an old man here, guys? Like, somebody help me out with this.
This is facts.
No, I agree. Yeah, General Barlock says that we do get the short end of the stick a lot more than JP. I don't
know, dog. The
I don't
banners we get with a lot of tickets and shit that JP don't get. Peel
Yeah,
off.
I
I
mean,
mean, I've gotten some good shit out of those, even if it's a little extra out of pocket. Not everybody that plays this game is free to play. Some people got money and just feel like playing some shit they like when in their free time. You know. So,
To be fair, too, when it comes to the Pilaf shop, JP is getting that, or has gotten it now.
they have the tickets and shit to get.
I don't know about the tickets. I do know that they started getting Pilaf shop stuff, so there's probably an opportunity for them to get tickets later on.
Well, that and a lot of the banners we get too.
Yeah.
Well, as Alex said earlier, now that's a really good point, and now I can shut up for the rest of my life. They're two different games, right? They're not. You can't even compare them. It's like, I mean, you can, I guess, compare them because they're both the same game, but they're different games. Like, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. Anyone can download JP if you want to play it.
Yeah, they
And
both are and aren't.
So you can play whatever you want to play, right? You're not restricted to global just because you live in America, right? Like, you can play whatever you want to play. So if you're just so upset about your global shaft, then cool. JP exists for a reason. Go fucking play it, right? Like, no one's stopping you. Like, the only one stopping you is yourself.
I mean, for me, it comes down to, regardless of what a banner looks like, regardless of how global is treated compared to JP, are you having fun playing the version of the game that you're playing? Because at the end of the day, that's all that should matter, is that you are having fun with your single player game.
Yep.
And if you're not having fun, find something else to do.
This is the exact conversation I actually had, and I know this is about a Dokkan, this is a Dokkan podcast, but this is the same exact conversation I've had with 2, 3, 4 people about Destiny 2 as well.
Yep.
Because a lot of people are complaining about the games that they're playing, but they're still investing hours of time. People, the point of a game is for you to have fun. It's a stress relief. It's for you to actually enjoy your time, waste a little bit of it, and just have fun. It's like going to the amusement park. You're not going to go to the amusement park, ride the roller coaster, and then bitch about it for 2 hours saying that the roller coaster wasn't that fun. Why the hell did you go to the theme park?
Or that same analogy, just go ride a different ride. Right?
Yeah.
There's plenty of rides. You don't have to ride the one that sucks if you don't like it.
I understand the Cooler issue in particular because he is one of the best units. He was hyped for the banner. I get that. But when it comes to games in general, like, the Global Shaft thing has been going on far longer than Cooler not being on this banner. In general, the Global Shaft thing and complaining about how we're always getting shafted is not the case. But I'm in the same boat to where I understand why people are upset. The best TUR was taken out of this at last minute. Traces of him still left on. We're even people who have Cooler are upset about this because this Cooler is good. This Cooler's fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things to where, like, they're not going to do it every time Cooler is supposed to come back around. It was just the circumstances of certain units being released and certain celebrations happening before certain things happening, like on JP, is what caused this change of events. We all know Global gets changes constantly, some good, some bad. We have to accept it.
Let's think about it like this, okay? What if we lived in a universe where we didn't know what happened on JP, right? Like, say we didn't know anything, and we only knew what JP news, right? Like, we only knew what happened then, right? Whatever the game data told us, whatever news the game told us, that's the only thing we ever knew, right? We wouldn't even known that Cooler was supposed to be on the banner or not, right? Because we would just seen Kaioken Goku and then been thrilled, right? That's the only emotion we would have had. Like, holy shit, Kaioken Goku's back, let's go, right? Yeah. We thought it wasn't going to come back till next year or some shit, right? So, in that aspect, you're like, wow, okay, cool, the game's great, right? But now, since we, I don't know, spoil ourselves, right? That we know
make
that
assumptions.
You make assumptions that you just assume that it's going to be exactly like JP was, which we just decided earlier that I'm going with Alex. I'm going Alex full force in. They're two different games. I'm accepting that mentality now.
Prop, it's hard to hear you, bud.
Oh, you actually brought up a good point. About there may be people who see that, who don't know shit about JP and see that and get super hype about it. Like, if you were to take that away and make that the norm, I didn't really think about it because I'm in the spectrum of always being on YouTube or wherever and knowing about this news in advance about particular units that are coming out. But I actually have a friend who plays like a couple of mobile games. Well, he plays the Yu-Gi-Oh, one, I believe. And I was asking him about like why he enjoys it and stuff that's coming up. He doesn't know shit about any of what's coming up, what's getting released, any of that. He just plays the shit because he enjoys it. So if shit drops and he likes it, boom, I'm gonna go for it. And I like when you really step back and think about it like that. There's a bunch of people who just don't know shit about Cooler was supposed to be on there, and either pulled UI or missed him when he came out, or just like that in general, and they're gonna pull for it and be like, "Oh my god, awesome! This goes perfectly with everything else." Because, like y'all said before, the banner synergy is a lot better than it would have been. My big problem though is that there are huge traces of Cooler in this, and they could have at least taken that away.
Yo, yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Throwing it over to chat here for a second, guys. We've got Nick Schneider says, a lot of people were saying on Christmas that Blue Kaioken was the best unit in the game and that he'll take a year to come back like Hit did. I do remember having that conversation. I remember even, I think, telling people, like, back then, like, if you're thinking about summoning, do it, because we have no idea when this unit comes back. Because that's an issue that we have with Global First. Global Firsts are actually bad for the ecosystem of the game, in my opinion, because we do have some sort of idea in what order some things are supposed to be coming over from JP, because we are 6 months behind. Every single time they add something to Global, it messes everything up. We're sitting at a point right now that JP is getting stuff that was Global First, so there's literally only 2 Dokkan festivals that we're behind right now. The dual Dokkan Festival with SS3, or with Gotenks and Super Boo, and then the Kefla that just came out. Like, there's literally nothing else that JP has in front of us, you know, other than that, because they're catching up to the things that we've already gotten, which gives us literally no idea what the rest of the year looks like, other than we know the dual Dokkan Fest comes in November. At the end of November.
Honestly, and here's a funny thing, now that you bring that up, like, a lot of people have always wanted, you know, Global to catch up to JP. We're more caught up now. And it's kind of weird and surreal, because at this point we have, you know, the times where JP's gonna have its 5th year celebration, we'll have our 5th year celebration. At this point, guys, like, it's not gonna be too much of a stretch to say that maybe besides like a rearranging of like 2 or 3 different, you know, celebrations, we're going to be exactly caught up with JP to where everything that releases on there might release at the same time for us.
That might be what they're doing, because I guarantee you, if 350, which it probably is right after this anniversary, that's another halt in the banner situation, and we'll be still this amount behind until we get another Global First, and then that throws it off again.
Exactly. We don't know what's going to happen from this point on, because it's strange. It's very strange to be like, this year's so weird when it comes to Dokkan.
2020 sucks in general.
Yeah, 2020 is such a weird thing, but this is one of those things where I don't know if I think it sucks that much. Because if we're caught up to JP in the sense to where we only have to flip a couple of celebrations, think about it. Like, JP will get 5th year first, but then we'll catch up to Global with the Global First, and then we'll get the Global First, and then we get our 5th year, and then boom,
so
we're
it'll
caught up
essentially
throughout the
just
whole
swapping those 2 units.
Basically, yeah. Or just about, because we know that Golden Week is going to be its own thing.
So for JP anniversary, they get a JP exclusive, not exclusive, but a JP first, essentially. And
because of 5th year,
yeah. And
or
when it's
6th
theirs, we get the global exclusive. So while one anniversary is happening, the other one's getting an exclusive.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the only other difference that I could see is obviously Golden Week, because Golden Week is a big thing in Japan. Obviously. Like, that's
right,
not
but elements of Golden Week and Tanabata get shoved into Thanksgiving for us.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's like those would be the only 2 times where I see a celebration getting flipped. But
And
otherwise,
I mean,
like, we might just be caught up.
If you really want to do it and get people to summon, make it an LR banner, a guaranteed LR banner, 200 zones for the people who don't have the Tanabata banner going on at the time. That'll get motherfuckers to summon. I guarantee you that'll get people to summon. That's all
Absolutely.
you gotta do. Drop that bitch.
Okay, so going back to chat here, Callow Gaming says, I'd agree. I haven't really felt like there's a shaft for a long time. I'd agree if this was 2 or 3 years ago. Toon Rami says, I always agree about the shaft thing, but this time I disagree. I consider this a shaft because of how they executed the last minute unit swap while leaving traces of cooler in the banner and campaign. Now,
Yeah,
I completely agree with you there, Toon. The only thing that I would say is that we don't know if it was a last minute change. It could just be a lazy ass change that they made early on. Like they knew a long time ago cooler wasn't going to be on this banner. They just didn't do anything to adjust the celebration because of it. And if that's the case, that would probably piss me off more because that's just pure laziness.
Yeah, I was about to say that makes me feel a whole lot worse than, oh, it was a last minute change. I would accept the last minute change more than, oh, I'm lazy and I don't feel like changing shit around.
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and just put this here.
All right. And then Nick Schneider says cooler came back on JP after the anniversary, so we're basically just waiting the same amount of time that they waited. That's a healthy way to look at it, I guess.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No.
I mean, Callow had a good point for saying that. Let me go back and read it. Well, global versus JP mentality is a whole different issue that should have died a long time ago. I 100% agree with that.
Oh yeah.
But he also said, for sure, adding Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku after getting UI Goku is smart, which it is, which
Yep.
we talked about earlier, that they link really well. It's really good for the synergy of the game. So,
That's
yeah.
why I'm happy, because I was having to make jankety ass makeshift teams and leads to use SSBK lead as a friend, because I got the UI Goku and I'm like, fuck, I'd really like to see him at full power. I'm not gonna lie, I'd just go into the UI Goku event just to pop both spirit bombs and hit this man with a super. I'm just gonna be real. Just for all the times you killed me right when you was about to die. Fuck you. I know I ain't the only one to do that. Whenever
Oh no,
you get a falling
dude, I
ass
roll
thing,
LGE
fuck it
just
up.
for revenge all the time. All right, so Kenny McGee says, how do you feel about Strength Burger King Goku coming back earlier than expected? I'm okay with it. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously I'd have been much better with it if they wouldn't have replaced Cooler.
Burger King Goku, I like that.
Oh yeah, that's from Toon Rami.
The Dokkan community has some great memes for these names. I love it.
I don't know. As we said earlier, it's appropriate. You know, like it makes sense. Like if they were just throwing him in for the lulz, right, just to have him there, it would, it'd be dumb. But with all the recent shit going on and the banner, it just makes, I don't know, it just makes sense. You know, I really don't know how much to say about that.
For me, the just to reiterate, the situation sucks with Cooler, but at the same time, it's scary to think what's going on, but it's not a bad scary. It's like oh shit, the thing that we wanted might be happening more or a lot faster than we originally thought. You know, and that's catching up to JP to where we're gonna have celebrations that are more tied between JP versus global, more so now than we did before.
I think people cry and complain about it, expecting it to not happen, and then once they get it, they're gonna complain that they can't save for anything. I've seen this happen a bunch of times in other things, and I won't be surprised if it happens when if they end up matching up almost completely, except for those specific occasions.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that global players like, is that they can see the future.
I love that shit,
Supposedly.
bro. Every single time, though, whenever they do this shit in other games, even though that game wasn't that good, and I played it, was the Kingdom Hearts game. The second they decided to catch everything up, even though the second they decided they were gonna do it, shit just like straight up every other week. Boom, here's a new banner. Boom, here's a new banner. And JP does that shit now. So now, because they're both the same, and the game got accustomed to doing it, now they're just both the exact same game except for their anniversaries. But they both still celebrate them at the same time, which is still kind of weird, I guess.
Could you imagine if both Global and JP for Dokkan celebrated freaking the anniversaries at the same time?
If they
Oh
were to
my
do that,
God.
what would end up happening is we would celebrate the anniversary of Japan in January, and then where we would have our normal anniversary celebration for global, it would just be the download celebration.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how they would have to do that.
I actually wouldn't mind that at all. If you want me to be real,
It would be a
If-
lot of time in
if it was
between
a-
because for global for the 350 would just suck.
would it? No, I don't think it would if they take away the exclusive stuff and you're just gonna keep getting more. If they continuously put out Easy A's and let us Dokkan Awaken some units that fucking really need it. Like, when is Super Saiyan 2 Trunks STR gonna get an awakening? Or Easy
knows?
A's, these are the units. You know, because
Fucking tech and agile final form cooler, right? Am I right?
yeah, you're right.
I want
And
to
I
take a
think
second, guys.
Super
Oh,
Saiyan
sorry. Go
Blues
ahead,
are
Rob.
gonna be too. No, I'm sorry. The new Super Saiyan Blues are gonna Easy A after the Vegeta comes back, right? The STR and the AGL one from the Frieza Resurrection event, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
Those two are probably gonna Easy A. So you should probably.
Oh, you're talking about the time travelers, Goku, Super Saiyan
No,
Blue?
no. The Vegetas, because the Int one, the Easy A is coming up. So whenever
Oh.
he comes back around, the other Easy A should pop up for those two, because
Yep.
they've been just left in the dust for forever.
Mhm. So I wanted to throw this over to our Discord, which is why I put the Discord link up in there. So over on the Global Gang Podcast Discord, we have a user by the name of Dr. Namor. He's known as Jackman here on Twitch. He is what we call our correspondent. The entire Dokkan news section is his baby. We let him take care of it. He does a fantastic job. But in our Dokkan Battle General chat, he brought up this point. Global has a problem right now, quite a big one. There are 3 units on hiatus: Future Gohan, Android 13, and Cooler. On JP, after the anniversary, came Cooler with Beerus, and after that, Future Gohan came with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. And lastly, Android 13 came back with Kefla. It's also important to note that Tech Hit was on 2 banners in a row with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Kefla. Global has already had both Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken banners and Beerus' banner, but neither Future Gohan or Cooler returned. That means that down the line, banners will be different. Global will have different banners than JP for the 350 million download banner, as per usual, but normal Dokkan Fest banners will change too. Nonetheless, if Global doesn't do things justice, we're looking at a major global shaft down the line, big time. My only argument there is the use of the term global shaft. You guys know how much I hate it, but he does bring up a good point. We have 3 Dokkan Fest exclusive units that are scheduled to come back that have not come back or have not been given the ability to come back on global yet. So that's why I said that somewhere between now and the end of the year, sometime after the 5th year and before the end of the year, we're probably going to get a banner that has all 3 of those units on there together.
Yep, it'll probably one of them random ass banners they love to drop out of nowhere.
Oh my god. I just had like an epiphany. Okay, so dude, what if they bring back, they have a banner, right, after, I guess, the 5 year, right? And the banner is just called Cooler's Revenge, and Cooler's the main unit, and then it has Android 13, Future Gohan, and a bunch of other dumb shit. You know, who cares, right? But it'd just be called Cooler's Revenge is the banner, right?
Like that
Because he's
one
pissed.
banner they did for Christmas, I believe, that had Vegito, Gogeta, and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks tech on it when they were all super new at the time. Because I believe it like year 2 had just passed. Gotenks had come out in November. Gogeta was still a hype unit, but they put all 3 of them on one banner for featured. So they might do something like that.
That would be nuts.
If that's what people are thinking, they might put all of them on a banner like that. Or do some global first LR Dokkan Fest banner and drop all of them in it too. You never know. At this point, I don't know what the fuck they might do. But if I had to guess, it'll probably be in 350 down where you're gonna see all 3.
I love the fact that we have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, I am so excited for the rest of this calendar year because I have no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird, and that's why I was saying, like, we don't know what's going on because again, we're only 2 Dokkan Fests behind now, and it's so weird because we had like what 4 last year that we were behind, so we knew like a bunch of stuff that was coming.
I mean,
But now-
just like 2 months ago, we were behind like a million years,
Yeah,
right? And we just got caught up like really fast.
and so it's definitely something to be excited about, but also terrified because now when something releases, we don't know when it's going to come, and we're going to be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I really hope that Kefla comes out sooner rather than later because that's my girl. I want her.
I will be summoning for her. I will be summoning for her.
Hell yeah, prop.
You guys want my prediction on that one?
Yeah. Go ahead, fam.
shoot.
Kefla will likely come out in December.
Do you think they're gonna hold it back that
Yep.
far?
I do. And we're going to end up with something between the 5th year and the download celebration. Now, I'm not saying that doesn't have any chance of being the Kefla banner. It totally could. So, but I don't see us going from 5th year banners to Kefla to 350 million download when last year we went from 5th year banners to a filler banner of Dragon Ball Heroes to the download celebration.
Man, I hope they bring back Dragon Ball Heroes.
Yeah, they might just do that.
No, I need that.
But
bottle.
we got last November's Dragon Ball Heroes stuff in January of this year though.
Yeah, but for all we know, they may decide to drop some new shit over on.
Who
JGP.
knows? Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, bro. Let's go.
They done already started doing surveys for people, asking them if they want to see them. So
Yeah.
considering the way they shit go, like they did the surveys for LRs, and everything on that list ends up showing up as an LR.
Basically,
Waiting
yeah, so
for
far.
that LR Kid Buu. Waiting for it.
First Super Dragon Ball Heroes LR.
The only-
I dig it.
Let's go.
The only reason that I'm saying that it probably won't be another Dragon Ball Heroes banner is because JP won't get a new Dragon Ball Heroes banner until November.
If I had to guess, though, it'll probably be a legendary banner that has like, oh, you can the 2-on-1 kind of thing they did to bring everything back, or a week of each one.
God,
Just
Bardock.
Are we just going assuming it's not gonna be Nappa and Vegeta?
Well, I
why
assume
It's
Nappa and
probably-
Vegeta is coming before the 5 year.
The
I-
5 years in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, so week after next, we get a 2-week part 2 of this
Yeah.
celebration where we have Nappa and Vegeta.
Yeah, you're right. They're coming. They're probably.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I guess it's
Yeah, I mean I mean either it's going to be Nappa and Vegeta or we're going to get another global first, and I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Just release Kefla. Kefla's got the nice fupa.
You want Kefla before the 5 year?
No.
I just-
I wouldn't want Kefla before 5 year because then I'm not gonna have any stones for 5th year. I would honestly want Kefla like after 350. So not in between, after 350.
So, Tig Old Biddies says that LR Nappa is easily a skip for him, and I say every LR banner, every straight LR banner that's not double rates or guaranteed in some way, shape, or form is a
What
skip.
about LRUI Goku?
I skipped it. Well, I didn't really skip it. I think I did like my normal 3 or 4 on it, but
It's not my favorite.
but here's the thing. I don't think LR Nappa and Vegeta are that easy a skip for people
What?
who are serious about the World Tournament.
Oh.
They're an AoE unit that literally has no type disadvantage right now because there is not a tech AoE unit in the World Tournament meta. So you're going to end up taking this agility AoE unit in, roasting all of the strength Broly's that are in there, you know. I mean, this will be the World Tournament killer unit. This until they release something tech that goes along with it. You know, that could counter it. That's a good AoE unit. And sorry, Akatsuki, Tech Majin Vegeta doesn't count. But right now they're the most powerful unit for World Tournament.
Save the unit.
I just want LR Nappa and Vegeta because
Tell her now.
LR Nappa and Vegeta. Are you kidding me? Like, let's go. Plus, the SA animations are.
If I summon, I'm only summoning for blue coins.
Well, it would be gold coins.
Well, yeah, gold coin. Yeah, fuck blue coins. Oh God, no. Somebody for gold coins so I can save up for K and C.
No,
Oh.
yeah.
Don't
Mm.
do it. Don't.
Blue coin.
He's the best.
Those girls. But no, like it's. I don't know. I'm not gonna go heavy on Nappa and Vegeta, but you know, if I get them, I get them.
But you are well.
Yeah. I'm gonna dump a few multis for sure.
I'll probably do like 3 or.
I mean,
4.
I do for everybody. I always say I'm gonna skip stuff, but I always summon all the stones I
I
can
may
get.
do. It depends on what the sales are looking like and how many stones I got by then.
Saito Raijin has it all right, guys. We're all wrong because Bandai is just going to do what they want. That's
Yep.
that's the most accurate thing that's ever been said on this podcast, by the way.
It's true.
Okay, show's over, guys. Saito wins.
Saito
Well-
wins. We're out. No, I'm kidding. We are going to move on to the sticker topic, though, because stickers are coming with the 5th anniversary. Stickers will give your characters an effect so like if they have like an energy beam or something, that beam will be animated in some way, shape, or form. Are you guys
That is-
excited for this? Why not?
Is that all
My
it
card.
does?
Sorry,
My
Brown, what was that?
card's sparky.
I said, is that all it does?
Yeah, that's all the
Yeah, that's
sticker
it.
does.
It doesn't do anything else. It just makes
No,
things look pretty.
no in-game bonus.
Nope, it's purely a cosmetic thing for people who like to look at their cards.
Well, I mean, I guess that's cool. Just don't make me do any difficult shit to get it, because then I'll be mad.
Extreme Battle SPR is
There's
Oh,
Extreme
fuck that.
SBR has some stuff in it. I mean, it's not. I mean, they're putting it in a bunch of different places, and they're
Oh,
giving them out
that's
as like
fine.
login rewards and stuff. It's not like it's exclusively from that stuff. Battlefield has some.
Okay, I was about to say.
that easy. Just easy enough to log in the game. You get a sticker.
Sometimes.
Dude, I will shit. That's awesome.
You-
Why would I? What's the point of Extreme SPR then? Because that's all you get is that little.
No, no,
you
no,
get
Well-
stick-
no.
you get-
I thought you get equipment from SVR or something.
No,
right?
that's like a Wii event or something. Extreme SBR gives you. I think that's how you awaken the Gohan.
Oh, yeah, the Gohan.
Yeah, you get the ETA Gohan.
the Gohan, and then there's also stickers involved in it.
But the
Yeah, so you know,
EZA
like when you beat SBR now, and you get those little treasures, and you can turn them in for Kais and stuff. They don't. The Extreme SBR is not like that.
That's dumb.
The
That's
stuff
dumb.
you get is for the item that you get is specifically for stickers. And I mean, I have to pull up my JP to beat. There's like 3 other things, but they're not like Kais or orbs or anything like that.
I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean, I did say it, but I mean, I guess.
Okay, yeah. See, dual stat orbs for dual stat skill orbs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing like mind-boggling for such an extremely difficult event. You only get stickers.
Dude, they could put stuff 10 times harder than the Extreme Super Battle Road in there, and I would do it just for the shits and giggles. I
Well,
love
yeah.
it. That's just
I
who
mean,
I am,
of
though.
course. I mean, of course, the challenge is great, but I mean, getting something great to show for it, getting something else to show for it.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I mean, honestly, the stickers is a good reward for me in a sense because
But if you get them from
kind of
other
like a show
shit-
off, you know, like because you put that unit as your friend lead, right? So you put it like cooler, for example, right? Then you're the only cooler that has of all the coolers on the list of coolers. You're looking at all of them, you're scrolling through, and you see one with a sticker, and it's looking
just-
fucking gorgeous, and you're gonna
I
use
would,
that one.
I would
It
say
makes them all
that.
that much cooler.
You know what? I'll
Yeah.
say this. It'll be worth it if the sticker, if there's like tier of sticker. Like if there is a tier of sticker, like the highest one, maybe it adds an additional attack or something to something. It just automatically buffs that card on top of giving it an effect. But you gotta beat difficult shit to get it.
I'd
And
be
they're
fine with
limited.
that.
I
That'd be
would
cool.
like that. Because then now you're including a reason to do this typical content outside of, oh shit, they're available in everything now. Like, I enjoy doing content if the reward is worth it at the end. Or even if it is like some bragging rights for something. In some cases, you know, some people think the UI Goku event is harder than that shit. Honestly, I'd probably disagree. But I'd say that would probably make it a whole lot better if
Well-
I'm more than that.
You know, in a sense, the UI Goku event is one of the hardest events in the game. You have to kill an entire, like, almost full health unit in one rotation, or you die. And sometimes he even does it before you can even attack. So if you don't have a Ghost Usher, you lose. Like, you don't even get a chance. It just kills you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
He'll just decide to front load that whole
He
squad.
literally deals like 3 million damage. You cannot survive it without items. So I mean, it's the hardest event in the game. I mean, you can't even argue with that.
Yep. But you know what I mean? Like, people will argue which one they think is between whatever you have to go through to get there. Honestly, ain't nothing more discouraging than getting all the way to UI Goku and then this motherfucker just clap you and what? After you done got RNG after RNG and you sweating, boy,
Dude.
you finally get there with all your items. Even if you pop some shit, especially if somebody free to play and he just clapped the wrong unit at the worst possible time, you hate to see it.
I tell you what, though, free to play, no item, legendary Goku is not the hardest thing in the game anymore.
Alec with his flex.
No, seriously, like, I think the hardest free to play, no item event in the game right now is stage 3 of the Infinite Dragon Ball history, the Goku family one.
You're talking besides SBRs?
Well, I mean, SBRs are a whole nother animal.
Yeah,
I mean,
SBRs for free to play players is.
Oh
but
boy,
there's so many SBRs that are free to play right now. Like, the entirety, basically, of all of the original SBR. There might be a handful of stages, like in the category part, that aren't. But like, all the original ones are. Frickin' Peppy Gals is, obviously, Ginyu Force is. You know, there's just so many that you can do free to play now. Not necessarily no item, but with free to play. Now, doing Super Battle Road at all no item is very difficult. It doesn't matter. Like, but as far as like using a free-to-play team to no item event, I think the hardest event for free-to-play no item is Stage 3 of the Infinite Dragon Ball history event.
And Stage 3 is
the Goku family.
Which one? Okay. Really?
Why you say that?
Because I haven't beat it yet, and I've beaten everything else.
Oh, because Alec hasn't beaten it means it's hard, which is probably true. I mean,
no, I've
the
seriously.
man's beaten everything.
Yeah, I've beaten Legendary Goku completely free to play.
I see that in like what instances, what are you running into that's the problem?
Okay, so the first thing is you've got Goku shows up early, but he shows up after you have units that lack your rotations, so your stackers aren't necessarily going to get the hits that they need to get. And like my luck is I always get a character locked in a position that is type disadvantage.
Oh.
Like just straight up luck just hates me in that event. I do think that it is the more difficult one to free to play without items. The Vegeta's family one is a cakewalk because you can lower attack. You can't lower attack on the Goku one after like the first 2 stages. So, yeah, it's pretty difficult. It's a lot of fun though. I mean, that's why I do it. Is I keep, trying it for the challenges.
No, I understand. Like that challenge. This is the type of game that's built off of going back in and redoing stuff just for the challenge.
But to move on here, guys, we are gonna move on past the stickers. Just really quickly to point out some stuff that people in chat said. It sounds like it's pretty much everybody's kind of meh on stickers. Like, yeah, it's kind of nice that they're there, but who really gives a crap? I did see somebody say that they were excited to get a sticker to put it on Go Frieza, which I think that animation is going to look badass.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
really,
right.
any of our would be amazing.
Yeah.
It was General Bardock said he was going to stick his sticker on Go Frieza.
Well, that's his favorite unit.
Boyu says that yes, he's excited, and no, he's not, because it only makes it better for the art. Let's see here.
Imagine putting the sticker on UI.
Tess says the cooler sticker effect is actually ass. I actually haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
I probably do.
I mean, who knows? I don't know what any of them look like. The idea of it sounds cool.
All right.
I mean, okay, so there's an entire portion of the community, which is a lot of people. I'll say go before. There's an entire portion of the community that is only flex. Like, they don't really give a shit if you're good or not. Nobody really cares. Like, a lot of people don't care if you're good. They just see that box. Oh, let me see your box. Right?
Let me see that box,
what's the
homie.
box? Yeah, I gotta see it. Right?
How much
So then,
money you spend, dog?
yeah, yeah, how much money have you spent? How lucky have you been, right? And so this is just another layer of that flex, right? So now it's not only just your box. Oh, who do you have stickers for? How many stickers do you
what?
have?
I don't
You're
give a
right.
shit about
It's
stickers.
like the Pokemon thing. It's just like the Pokemon flex.
Oh, you have a Charizard? Cool.
Motherfuckers ain't never, I'm not gonna
Wait.
lie. I never played the game. I just had them some bitches. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
I just got Shadowless Base at Charizard. I don't know.
I still have all of my originals. Honestly.
I apparently can't type, but that's okay. We
hate
are going to
that.
start audience Q&A, guys. Get those questions in there. I'm going to start with, I apologize if I mispronounce names, but Jack, Jahaak. Doesn't difficulty depend on the box, too? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But as far as the Goku's Family event for Infinite Dragon Ball History goes, it's specifically because you can't lower attack. With a free-to-play team, you have to have a few rounds where you can lower attack so you're taking less damage to build up your stackers. And that stops at phase 3. You're done. The second you hit Goku, you're not lowering attack anymore. You're taking full slaps every single time. And that just makes it harder for a free-to-play team specifically.
Man, I got a lot of work done in this podcast, dog.
I love it, right?
Actually,
This isn't longer than normal podcast.
Yeah, this is
Well,
the longest we've done in
longer-
a while.
longer than lately, yeah. Because
Yeah.
when we first started, I mean, maybe we just had a lot more to say then, because we were just starting out and we're trying to get used to everything. But now that we kind of have it streamlined, it goes pretty quick. But yeah, this one's definitely been longer than usual.
I love to see it.
We have
Rujo.
fun here.
You love to see it. That's like the quote of the show. You love to see it.
Fucking Rujo. You got a Mewtwo? I got a Mew 3. Nick
Dog,
Schneider.
that's exactly what this shit is, though. What up with the fuck out of each other?
Nick Schneider says, can we talk about the fact that more than likely the next LR and JP is going to be LR UI, and how do you guys feel about that? I don't care. They could have released LR UI on the day after on JP, and I wouldn't have given a fuck.
Me neither.
Joke's on
Yeah, I
them.
got 'em.
We're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
we're getting their LR Vegeta Nappa.
So this is stemming from the Agile Rose. I'm assuming because we thought, oh, global first, and then it's coming out.
Yeah.
for
Still global first. Global
Yeah,
first
we're
by
still
like
global
9
first.
days, but still a global
Wanted-
first.
Yeah, everyone's mad because they don't feel like it is. Like, oh, JP can't have it for at least minimum 6 months, or it's not a first, right?
That's so fucking dope, dude.
It's so dumb.
How do the download celebrations work? This is my first time, so I don't know if they do anything special with those banners. Tiggle, yes. They
yes.
on global especially, you're gonna have, I believe we do the 3+1 with discounts
Hold
with
the
tickets.
fuck on and be ready. Hold the fuck on and be ready. It's all we gotta
Oh
say.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a fun time. The last time was Gohan and Cell.
It was not a fun time.
What
It
a
was
moment.
not a fun time at all.
Tystra's wallet is still recovering.
I felt so betrayed. I was like, Dokkan, why have you forsaken me on 2 celebrations in a row? Like I got major shaft in like putting 2,100 stones into 5th or 4th year, and then I put another 1,500 stones in freaking 300 million download, and I got nothing except for like 1 LR Vegeta.
That
It-
was shit,
That's all you spent was 1,500.
Well, 1,500 and then 2,100 on the 4th year, and all I got was 1 LR out of them.
I spent 1,200 just on Gohan alone.
Yeah, most of mine was on Gohan as
Let's
well.
talk about our flexes here.
Yeah, but I didn't get Gohan at all.
I didn't
so
either.
There's that. I also didn't get Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, and I didn't get Agile Gogeta either. I got him later on, and I have 2 dupes in him now, but I didn't have him at the time. It was crazy because I was like, how do I spend that many? This is still early on in my Dokkan career, obviously, right? I was like, I didn't understand. I'm like, how can I spend so many stones and not get them? That's nuts to me, right? Now I know that RNG hates me sometimes, but I did get Cell like 2nd or 3rd multi, but
Same.
that's neither here nor there. But
Akatsu Red has a question specifically for Prop. What 120% leader are you most excited for the EZA once we start moving into?
Ooh wee. Let's see.
I have
Out of
no answer.
everyone, I want to see change Kid Buu. Kid Buu.
Real?
is fucking ridiculous. Kid Buu could be ridiculous if he gets a good easy. He could get key.
Right.
He could give himself key. You don't know. He could do all kinds of shit. Plus, he heals whenever he supers, and when he crits, if you ever seen this fucker crit and you ain't got a lot of HP, boy, you about to get all your HP back. So
Well,
think about him.
He killed himself for damage done?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
You didn't know that?
Have him.
If you get a crit with him, it's fucking ridiculous.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. There's not a lot of units that do that. The units that usually do it are really weak, like
same
Pan
thing
or
with
something.
it's the same thing with the tech Super Boo. When that motherfucker gets an easy A, holy shit. That
It's gonna be
dude's
good.
gonna be broken.
He basically carried.
He carries, bro. He carries in Super Battle Roads and a bunch of shit like
Yeah.
that.
It's not a
Yeah,
bad
it's-
choice. Mine would be Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly because he's a
Damn
piece of
it.
shit right now.
Why do you steal that from me? That was mine.
Dude, that should be the obvious one, really. He's the worst of the 120 leads. He's the one everybody
he
should
is
be
the
most
worst.
most hyped for. Like,
That's
I get why
mine.
Prop is hyped for Boo, though. That sounds badass. I want them crit heals.
Crit heals, and he might give himself some kind of defense, or because he doesn't have any defense. He's like really bad like that too, because his key's bad. But if he gives himself key and he gives himself a little bit of defense, his stats are gonna automatically go up anyway. You never know,
All right, guys.
because
we're-
you need to have a reason to run him
I'll
over the
throw-
edge.
Since Alex gonna steal mine from me, I'm gonna choose Intellect Gogeta.
Intellect Vegeta's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
he STR Gogeta just might as well just be trashed. Now throw him away. You don't even need him. After Intellect gets his easy A, it's gonna be
You're
done.
right. You're right. You're not wrong on that. After he gets his, it's about to be a wrap, bro.
Honestly, like I'm under the Super Saiyan 3 Broly. That one
He definitely.
I like him, but the thing is that he's just not usable. Like it sucks
Unless you
using
hide
him.
him somewhere. Unless you hide him and pray to Jesus he doesn't take a hit. When I did SBR, I used him, but I made sure that fucker was hidden the whole
Yeah.
time.
He's just like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks.
Yep.
Like he's super high attack, no defense.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, there's glass cannons like that. I like that I wish that he slapped more. That's what I'm excited for his Easy A, because I want him to hit harder. I don't give a shit about his defense. I just wanted to, 15 SA, higher stats, better base attack increase. Oh my god. What if he gets like 20% attack for key orbs? I'll lose it.
I'm going to grab a
Exactly.
couple more questions here, guys. We're pushing that 3-hour mark, and I'd like to end before then.
Yeah, I got Destiny 2 stuff I gotta
Oh,
do.
there was one.
Boyu says, my question is, what do you think about Bandai not removing the diamond background like all of the Dokkan fandom wanted, but just adding animation to the art? Honestly, I don't ever look at my cards. I'm in the game to play the game. I don't give a shit about looking at the art.
I
know-
like looking at the cards, but the diamond art is whatever. It's not that big a deal. Like,
Like,
Oh, it doesn't look.
I know that hurts you, Prop, but really, like, when I'm in the
So-
game, it's because I'm doing stuff. I'm not sitting there looking at my cards. Like, if I want to look at the art and I want
That
to
is
like
true.
do stuff, I do that stuff on the wiki, because I can look at cards that I don't have. And almost none of the art on the wiki is animated, so it doesn't hurt my feelings. But I mean, if y'all are happy about stickers, I'm not telling you not to be. I am super excited for everybody who is excited about it. I'm just not one of those people.
Same.
Rujo has a question.
Yep.
Very interesting. Who would you want to be the Saiyan Saga leader? I'm sure we'll all have different answers.
Honestly, Saiyan Saga. We haven't had something that Legends got, which I wouldn't be surprised if we get a card that probably has Piccolo and Goku on it. Special
Together?
beam cannon, yeah. Special beam cannon combo.
Like joined forces, Piccolo and
Joined
Goku versus Raditz.
Saga.
And the SA is Goku grabbing him and Piccolo special beam in the chest.
Yep.
Not bad. I like that. That's a good one.
I really think you all are missing a point on this one. So go ahead, Al.
Nappa. A standalone Nappa that's not a great ape.
Well, LR Nappa is Nappa, isn't he?
He's LR Nappa and Vegeta. I mean, he's an
Either that or
exchange unit.
Kaioken. I'm sure they're probably going to say Kaioken Goku, right? They're probably saying Kaioken Goku is going to be the Saiyan Saga.
Nah. Actually, no one's answered in the chat yet.
I already know who's gonna be the lead.
Who's
It's,
going to be?
Uh-oh.
it's obvious.
Who?
Chaozu. It's gonna be Chaozu as the Saiyan Saga lead.
Look, Vegeta, it's a Pokemon.
Exactly.
I'm not a Pokemon. I'm Chaozu. Look, Vegeta, it's a Chaozu. I'm gonna capture it.
Isn't he the only one without an SSR?
Yeah.
Well, no, he has an SSR.
It's technically on an
yeah,
LR.
Technically,
I mean, you know what I mean. It's a card that you can actually run with something. It's not like absolute.
I mean,
garbage.
a lot of people use Chow.
Outside of weapon.
Outside
Outside of weapon.
But no, in all seriousness, I think that a good Saiyan Saga lead, obviously, like, to me, it's gonna be Goku, but I would like to see it be the Goku when he arrives to face Nappa and Vegeta. Like that stance where he's just sideways looking at them, like that always looked badass to me. Is seeing him do that, I was like, oh, he mad now. Like, yeah, that's literally, as a kid, shit is about to go down, and then Nappa just gets clapped. And then that could be a super where he just like does what he did to Nappa. And then boom. Signature pose, person's on their back on his hand, and then he just throws him down.
I thought that's that's the Frieza animation. Never mind, I'm tripping. I was like, isn't there already one like that? But no, that's the KO Ken he does against
Frieza, yeah.
Frieza. And I'm tripping too because I remember in the Xenoverse game, don't they call that some kind of KO? Like, doesn't he use KO-Ken for a split second? In Xenoverse, I believe they coded underneath the KO-Ken or some shit like that.
Don't know.
No, when he was facing... Oh, you mean in Xenoverse. I don't know.
In Xenoverse, they coded under because he goes KO-Ken when he hits him for like a split second.
Who hits Nappa?
So they count,
I don't...
When Goku hits Nappa in the side... For whatever reason, in Xenoverse 2, they count that as the KO-Ken. Like, that move is counted as the KO-Ken. Because he burst into it in the move.
That's weird, yeah.
Huh. Okay, just so you guys know, I do see you guys talking about Vegeta, Kid Gohan, Yamcha. They're all good choices. A Piccolo Gohan would be another good choice.
Yamcha would be a good.
We're going to move on to our next question here, and that's going to come from Kenny McGee. Who is your better preference for a Realm of Gods leader? For me personally, it depends on what I'm making. If I'm making an extreme team, I'm going to go with Zamasu. If I'm going to make a Saiyan team or a good guy team, I'm most likely going to use UI Goku.
The LR or the intellect?
For me, it's the intellect because I don't have the LR.
He's a 150 lead.
It doesn't matter. I'll still use him because he links better with everybody else.
He's better than the LR, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, is he better than the okay.
LR's 30.
Yeah, he gives a better boost.
But I still wouldn't use the other one over there. I'd still use LR Goku just because his utility.
Yeah,
I mean,
if I had the LR, I'd use the LR. Maybe not as the leader. Like, if I had Beerus, because the only two leaders that I have for Realm of Gods are Int UI and
I don't have
Zamasu.
Beerus, and I'd probably still, just because of team synergy, I'd probably still run UI Goku as my lead if I'm doing heroes over extreme or super over extreme, just because having Beerus on there, sure, I can bring Weasel, whatever, but I ain't a rotation I really give a shit about right now. If I'm running it to use the squad. And I don't want just some extra 2 slots maybe, taken up with some units that are going to go against those either links or buffs. So LRUI Goku is the one I'd use.
Right.
See, in all honesty, for me, I'd still use the Beerus. I like the Beerus. I'm enjoying him every time I use him.
I don't have
maybe it's because I don't have the UI Goku that I don't feel that way. But out of all the Realm of Gods leads that I have, which is every one of them but the UI Goku, the
LR.
STR UI Goku, I like the Beerus. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to actually use him, and he links well with my LR Beerus, so it's a fun time. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't have the LR Beerus either.
I don't have a whole lot really, but honestly, the question, I don't know, it's not for what you have. It's, he just said, what would you use as the best one, right? What would you prefer? Like, if you in a perfect world, you had every unit. What would you use, right? I would probably use Beerus. I mean, he has attack and defense 170. That's the only ones that matter, right? HP can suck it. And I want to use Beerus on a team, like really bad. Like easy A Beerus just doesn't cut it for me quite. And either one, really, the tech one, he just doesn't hit that what I want him to be, right? And the STR one doesn't work for the category, so.
Wait, what?
STR Easy A Beerus, he is a worthy rival support, not a Realm of Gods support.
That's
So
true.
if he was a Realm of Gods, 100% he's on the team, and I would say physical Beerus could suck it and now run the LR UI Goku, but that's not the case. So
Of course they did that. Of course they did that.
yeah,
And we're
I
gonna
don't know how you did that.
we're gonna move on to our last question of the show, guys, and it's from Toon Rami. What is a nickname that you have given a particular unit that you wish would gain more traction? Good and bad answers are allowed. Example, Napoleon Dynamite is bad. I liked Napoleon Dynamite. Stop bagging on yourself, dude. Rujo says that Bombku for LR Spirit Bomb Goku because Gumku is dumb. I've only ever referred to him as Bombku.
Yeah,
Goku is so dumb.
I hate that.
I find it really strange that the nickname I gave Cumber never took off. I mean, everybody should be calling that unit Alec, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a given.
I mean, seriously, strength free to play Cumber. His name's actually Alec. You guys just didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now you know.
I think for me, and this might be a little bit of a controversial one, but everyone calls him Friku, but I love calling him Gokuza because it's like
Gokuza?
Gokuza.
Gokuza because it's like he's the Yakuza and he's gonna come and end
Yeah, exactly. Like he just basically you see him and you don't want to fuck with him. You want to stay away from him. So Gokuza.
I've been calling him Go Frieza forever.
Go Frieza's been the name I've used forever.
Yeah,
there's Go Frieza or Friku, but Gokuza just sounds legit in my opinion.
But, I wish GT Trio would take off a bit more.
Yeah, GT
Like,
Trio.
I despise Gopunks. Like, as a name. I understand it because it's Goku, Pan, and Trunks, and they're all young. Gopunks. I get it. It's humorous. It's stupid as shit.
Dude. Wow. He's shutting die down, dude.
That hurts my feelings. I thought we
Toon's got my back.
I thought we were dudes. Oh, I guess
I don't really know. Most of the nicknames that I use for units is what everybody else uses, so I don't really know. I guess I don't have one. I hate 3Q.
A lot of people.
Thank you.
3Q is a terrible name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's because I hate the name or I hate the unit.
Yeah,
Like,
Riku
A little
is
column
trash.
A, a little column B.
A little bit. But
Rujo is saying this is the first time he's ever heard Gopunks. Gopunks was popularized by Havohai, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Havohai's come up with some really good names for units, but he's come out with some ones that I feel are kind of stinkers too. This is why I don't nickname things. Do you guys want to know how long it took us to settle on the name Global Gang Podcast for this freaking podcast? Because I'm terrible at naming things. Like,
I really want to go back. I really want to go back and look at the names that we were
6 days.
putting out there one day.
Or when we were talking about, or when I suggested that we would be the Global Gang and that our followers would be the Doken Mafia.
yeah, that
That was terrible.
Oh.
That was freaking terrible.
was really bad.
Like, I am terrible at naming things. Don't ask me to do it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think that my favorite one, and I guess I'm gonna throw Toon my hats off to this. I think the Burger King for Goku is the best one.
Yeah, that one's great.
That one needs to get traction. People need to start.
Oh, I've been a proponent of Burger King ever since the first time I heard him say it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, and it's a lot better than saying SSBKK or whatever.
Yeah, it's better than saying Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Well, actually, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken. Goku.
So, can we just call him Alphabet Soup Goku?
Alphabet Soup.
Yeah, there's so many letters in there, it might as well be Alphabet Soup. I like Burger King Goku.
Or Burger King Goku.
Yeah, I like Burger King Goku better. See, I told you guys I'm terrible at naming things.
You can't say Blue Kaioken because they're
Well,
already.
Well, I'm just saying, Alec. I guess you're not the only one because nobody agrees with Gokuza, so it's fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
I'm not-
Goku is not gonna happen.
I'm not crying on this.
I do really like the creativeness of it with it being like Yakuza. I really do like that, but it's a terrible name. I'm sorry.
I'm crying.
It's okay.
Prop, you got any nicknames you want to throw out there?
Not really. I
Yeah.
mean, the only nicknames I have for characters or units is stuff that I called them in the show. So I don't really have any nicknames for any stuff in game.
All right. So guys, we are going to start wrapping things up. I do want to throw out another shout to Prop here. If you guys are not following him, at least on Twitch, go follow him on Twitch. Like,
Nope, don't do
seriously.
Free.
None of that. Do not listen to him.
Absolutely listen.
I mean,
Everything he's saying is
This whole time.
false.
look at
Everything
this
up
beautiful
until
man.
Now is false.
Look at this beautiful man on your screen right now. You
Please
got to
don't.
follow that.
You don't.
Please don't.
I've been paying the entire time. Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah,
He's been
He's-
painting the
he's
whole
been
time.
painting the whole
Yep.
time. This is a dude who's committed to his craft. Like, he's got stuff to do. He doesn't want to screw around. He wants to be here, hang out, have fun with his friends while still doing his work. I respect it.
Yeah. Mad props.
Mad props to Prop.
And I gotta pick up my fiance in like 5 minutes.
All right, yeah. So
So-
we're gonna wrap things up here, guys. Again, thank you to Tystra and Trevor for joining me. Thanks to Prop for joining us as well. We are gonna be here next week. Oh, wait, I almost forgot the announcement. I promised you guys the final guest announcement for the 5-year hype show on June 30th. That final guest is none other than Mr. ProperArtist right here.
Oh shit.
I
So
thought you were gonna say the truth. You were so hype about it.
I'm more hype about having Prop in all honesty, but I'm biased in that situation. The dude literally brought me back to Twitch.
That's the truth.
Terrible pun.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I want to roll today.
so next week, Tystra is hosting. Our guest is going to be none other than Testoba.
Yes, finally.
Finally, we've been he's shown us love and support since the beginning, and just we needed to work out schedules and things. And I was debating whether or not to share this until the end of the next episode, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out here right now. So next week, Tystra is hosting. He will be the person talking. He will be the person presenting. But Test is actually going to be running the stream. This is something we're, for lack of a better term, testing out. Yeah, I know. I've got bad puns too, guys.
Those puns for days.
Oh,
man. You're gonna edit all the puns out, bro.
me and my dad jokes, dude. Let's go. No, seriously though. Test is going to be doing things like our scene transitions. He's going to be, making sure that our assets are up where they're supposed to be, that sound is good, and literally the only thing that we're going to be doing on our end is scrolling through websites. This is something Test brought up to us a couple of months ago, and we've just kind of kicked it around, and we were going to do it we are going to do it for the 5-year hype show on June 30th, but we definitely wanted to make sure we had a test stream for it beforehand. Again, pun intended, sort of. So join us next week while we test what Test has made for us.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm extremely hyped, and I'm also very honored to be the guinea pig in that sense, because this is gonna be a fun one, that's for sure.
Oh, now I'm getting crap because I have only 6K channel points on Prop.
Wow.
Thanks,
Wow.
Barty G.
You had to throw that up to the channel.
Get thrown under the bus.
Bro, I wasn't even looking. Oh, you hate to see that. He
Dude,
called you out.
No, don't even, because I'm gonna show y'all what I did here. See
Yeah,
this
he
11
did.
11 by 14K print for 25,000 points? Your boy bought Sailor Moon for his wife.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, there you go.
So, I spent my points. I did it.
Hashtag couple goals, lol.
Whoa.
So, all right, guys, we're going to toss this stream over to. Well, we'll just throw it to Prop since he's doing art.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why not? I don't even know why I thought about that.
But I'm gonna have to go do stuff. While
Oh,
you're doing
oh no, that's right. He is taking off. OBG Overboard Gaming is doing Dark Souls. We'll send it over to those guys. I don't have any Dokkan streamers up on my list right now,
Sad.
but
Well, either way, hype of the chat, him with the follow, all that good stuff.
yeah, make sure you guys are showing love to Prop. He's an amazing person, great artist. He's kind of a Dokkan player. We won't hold that against him.
I am a Dokkan player. I just don't stream it.
So, but we will see you guys next week, like always, as soon as I find my scene transition, because, you know, I'm so professional here.
The Global
There we
Gig
go.
Podcast.
Ooh.
All right, guys, we're going to send it over to OBG. If you are on YouTube, make sure that you hit the like button, slap the bell, sell your firstborn to make sure you're part of the algorithm, however that works. And have a great week, and try to avoid the shaft. We out.
All right, see ya.
Bye, dudes!
Deuces.
Odd.